Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? I hope you're all having a great Thursday morning. Thank you so much to everyone for joining early today, and we are doing something a little different today. We're prioritizing the Deoxys hunt, but we're continuing on with the shiny starter hunt in Soul Silver. So we're back on the uncursed 3DS today, which is nice. So if we get it, obviously we will be trading it over to our hard gold copy, but we need to try and get ourselves the Deoxys as soon as possible. So that is the reason why 3,200 resets for the Deoxys at the minute as it stands. And for the shiny starters, we're on 7,411. Let's see where we can get to today. 8,000 maybe? Maybe we'll see the shiny. Who knows? We have no idea, but we'll never know if we don't try. But I'm looking forward to it this morning. I hope you're all doing well. And Lexi is the unrivaled Phantom. Matt, how you doing? Jarrett, good to see you. I hope you're well. And Tyler Bout, how are you doing today, my friend? I hope you're well. Ace 300, Luke, how you doing, James? And that's everyone so far. Carrie and anyone lurking in the background in the shadows. Hope you're all doing well and having a great start to your day. So when is the new 7-star raid? Jarrett, I have no idea, mate. We have no news. We are in the dark with all of that. So I would imagine we'll get something announced this Sunday, potentially. So we'll have to wait and see. But we'll just have to hope that they do announce something. Right, it's gonna maybe take me a minute to get used to these resets because we're doing two different things on two different consoles at once, but hopefully we'll get the hang of it as we go forward. Natalie, good morning, how are you doing? And Ken, how are you doing, mate? Paige, great to see you. I hope you are well and having a great day yourself. Right, so I think this is this one. Yes, okay, that's right. Lisa, good to see you. And Zyro, how are you doing? Good luck with the hunts today. Hopefully the Soul Silver starter curse is broken today. I hope so, mate. I really do. It'd be nice if it was. Right, I'm gonna, if this doesn't go well, I'm blaming Riley. Riley was like, you should be able to manage this. I don't know if I am gonna be able to manage it. We'll see. We'll get into the swing of it. I should have probably switched screens. It would have been a bit easier. I don't know why, but it would have done potentially. So Soggy, Zachary, good morning. How are you both doing? I hope you're well today and having a great start to your Thursdays. Right, that's that one and this. We'll get the hang of it. King Ceres, how are you doing today, mate? Good to see you. I'm doing all right. Mate. A bit rushed this morning. Please, I got that video out yesterday. That was a long slog. Finished editing at like 12:30 last night or this morning, which was crazy. But hopefully the video is helpful. And it's all done now, which is nice. So we can jump back into all of these good, wholesome things like shiny hunting these starters, which is all good. Unrivaled Phantom, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Luke, I see Real Madrid squeezed through last night. Mate, I was so surprised with that result. Was it Bernardo's penalty? It was terrible. It was one penalty anyway Man City took. I know I saw the highlights of it on X. There was a little video there and it was just so disappointing for City, but good for Real Madrid. I feel like they could win it now. Can't believe Bayern squeak through against Arsenal as well. Crazy. Lewis, how are you doing? I hope you're well and good morning to you. I missed a few until the 7-star Charizard came back. Yeah, the Charizard came back and we had that nice run of 3 starters all at once, which was good. But after the Meganium, I don't know why I thought we were back into the swing of all of the raids and things going forward, but it doesn't appear to be that way. So we'll have to just wait and see if something gets announced this Sunday. Hopefully it will, but you never know with Pokemon. They have something obviously planned, but who knows what. Marcus, good to see you. I hope you are well, mate. Great to see you as always in the chat. Man, this is like hard for me to do both of these at the same time. I'm struggling a little bit. Like I say, we'll probably get into the swing of it as we go. Lisa got my Pheromosa at 669 resets. That's amazing. Congrats on that. That is really great to hear. I am now setting up my Ultra Sun save for the fastest time null resets, i.e. getting 400 plus eggs. Nice. Well, I hope the hunt for that one goes nice and quickly as well. The type null shiny will be a really nice one to get. And you've got plenty of time as well in the lead up to banking things closing down, which is good. Jared, also disappointing that we're not hearing another 7-star raid. Yeah, I don't know what if this Sunday will be a 7-star raid, or if it'll be a mass outbreak, or it'll be a spotlight terror raid. Who knows? Like, I feel like we could get stung and we're due like maybe a spotlight terror raid, because we haven't had one for the Paradox in a little while. So I'm hoping it's not that. Guess what? I completed the Isle of Armor decks and the Crown Tundra decks, all except Zarude for the Isle of Armor decks. Is there any way to get Zarude? There isn't, Ken, unfortunately. Without a mystery gift, it's the only way that you were able to obtain it, which is really, really frustrating for those that missed the event when it dropped. So I'm hoping they do another event sometime soon. If they do, mate, of course, we'll keep you updated on the channel with any news that comes out on that. Young Lee, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well. So disappointed that Arsenal didn't get through. We dominated the game, just couldn't score. I was so surprised at that. I really thought, you know, Bayern, I don't know, they're not the greatest team this year, and they just seem to like cheese their way through, like PSG did against Barca as well. I don't know. It's weird, the Champions League this year. The better teams are seeming to get knocked out, and I can't say that, you know, there's credit to the teams that have got through. You know, I don't want to discredit them, because at the end of the day, it always comes down to one match, doesn't it? But yeah, disappointing. Hopefully Arsenal have a stronger finish to the end of the season, and they can clinch the title this year. That would make up for it, I'm sure. Right, let's see. Any shiny starter. King Ceres, how you doing? Great to hear you're doing good. And I found a shiny Mowile on Brilliant Diamond. Named her Molly. What a great name as well. I love that. Congrats on the shiny Mowile. Such a nice shiny as well. Just can't wait. Any more 7-star raids? Yeah, well, hopefully not too long to wait for them. Remember, Phantom new update in Pogo came out yesterday, and it looked like a ghost. Ooh. What's it for? What's the new update? Oh, that new update with the character. Yeah, I saw Steve on the Pokemon cast post something this morning. He's like, I waited 7 years for this. The new character customization's terrible in it. Zachary, thank you so much for the 3 months, my friend. I really cannot say how much I appreciate the support. Being in the Squirtle squad, and I think you might have the shiny Squirtle, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice, the little new emotes. And Virtuoso Matt, thank you so much as well for the gifted membership, my friend. Really cannot thank you enough for that. And that has went to Young Lee. So welcome to the Squirtle Squad, Young Lee. I hope you enjoy your time in the membership. Guys, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. And I hope it brings us a little bit of shiny luck today. It'd be nice if it does. Tomorrow's the usual event for 7-star raids, Jarrett, yeah. But with nothing being announced, we're not going to be, I wouldn't expect anything. They won't release anything without kind of an update first. So, you know, that's just how it goes. There won't be any events this week in game, unfortunately. My character in Poco looks so pale. I haven't looked at my character yet, because the last update that they did recently was absolutely terrible. I was like, why have they made the characters look so bad? And they've done more again. Maybe I should boot up my Pokemon Go. Why have you got... Oh, okay. That's all right. It's weird. I don't like the black edges to the screen that I've got with this Soul Silver card. It looks a little bit strange, but we'll keep going with it. And Zachary coming in with the 1 gifted membership as well. Thank you so much, Zachary. And that is gone to James Stone. Again, James, thank you for picking that up. And a big thank you to Zachary for that. And James, hope you enjoy your time in the Squirtle Squad. Zachary and Matt, thank you so much, both of you, for being so generous this morning on this bright and breezy Thursday morning. Hopefully it means we can get some shinies. It'd be so good to get the shiny starter in Soul Silver today. It really would. I mean, the Deoxys would be nice as well. I just feel like there's more chance of us getting the shiny starter. I don't know why, because for the longest time it's been like, yeah, we'll get it, we'll get it, we'll get it. And this cartridge just decides to say no every time. Yeah, the character customization is truly bad. I appreciate them trying to make them more realistic, but I don't really look for realism in Pokemon Go character. No, I'm exactly the same. I just think it's so strange. I'm just not feeling it at all. I guess that means I'm keeping my 7-star Meganium with 5-star. Yes, I would keep it until anything gets announced, which is say, Jarrett, it will be this Sunday evening, early Monday morning before anything gets announced. So just keep the Meganium, especially if you're farming Herba Mystica in those games as well. So yeah, but if there's any updates, of course, we'll cover them on the channel. Right, let's see. No Deoxys. Shiny starter. No, not this time around. Ethion, how are you doing? Got into shiny starter hunt again, doing the Johtos as well. Good luck with those. Which one are you kind of hoping for? Your Phantom, I'm at 880 resets for Steelix and Sword. Hopefully you see it shine soon. Sending you some good luck your way. Nothing there and nothing there. At least the resets are a lot quicker with the Deoxys. Do you think they will release Walking Wake and Iron Leaves again? Potentially, FN. They've done it like a few times now, so it's like, what, 3 times we've had it now? I think in total, because they messed up the first one, right? So they did it again, and then they released it recently as well. So they might do it again. You never know. Hopefully they do, for those that missed it, because they're the ones that everyone has trouble getting, right? The other Paradox Pokemon, at least you can get in game. I don't know why they did it like that, to be honest. Like, it just feels, I don't know, feels strange that they did it that way around, where you can only get those two in a certain way. But hopefully they do repeat them. I'd imagine they'll repeat all of the big raids and stuff like that once through. I don't know about the Mewtwo. The Mewtwo one might be one of the ones that we don't ever see come back again, because that felt kind of like a one-off event. Very particular as well. You kind of need the Mew, so you'd need to repeat the Mew, and you'd need to repeat the Mewtwo. I mean, they might do it again, but that would be one that I would think maybe we don't see again, you know. But who knows? What do you think the next Terra raid? If it's a 7-star Terra raid, I don't know. I have a feeling it'll be maybe for Alligator, maybe a water type Pokemon. Because if we had a water type for a while, I think the last one was Blastoise, and then before that was Empoleon. So your guess though is as good as mine, you know. It feels like it's so up in the air with like what they're doing, because there just doesn't seem to be any sort of pattern at the minute. I mean, they're finishing kind of starter sets, right? But we're getting close to the end of them fulfilling the 18 Terra types. So unless they have some sort of meaning, which they could do in Pokemon ZA, you know, the mightiest mark Pokemon, I kind of hope they do. I hope they've integrated some sort of meaning for them in ZA, but who knows if that is the case or not. What about you, though, J Show? What do you think the next 7-star raid will be? I would love it to be a legendary Pokemon, you know, with Regulation G starting in competitive. I think it'd be a great time to maybe get some legendary Pokemon in the 7-star raids again, like follow suit with like the Mewtwo and stuff like that. It'd be kind of nice if they do something like that. This new exploit that everyone is trying out might come in handy for the hard to come by, what is it, stuffs. Yes, definitely. It's very, very good for like ability patches, anything like that, even level up candies as well, because generally you have to grind Terra raids, right? It's essentially allowing you, as long as you've got the materials to kind of farm the jobs and stuff like that, then it's really good for everything that you need to train. And you can even do like vitamins and stuff like that. I just feel like with the vitamins you probably don't need to so much, because you've got such a good way to farm ability patches. You may as well do those and then sell those for like the high cost that you get, and then just buy your vitamins that you need from there. Professor Oak, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you this morning. Jarrett, and about the Mewtwo, I failed. Well, it was very difficult. It was a very difficult raid, wasn't it? I mean, to do it solo. Really difficult. It wasn't so bad if you went online, but I mean, if you didn't have a Nintendo subscription online, you were kind of paywalled to be able to do it, so you're kind of forced into only trying it solo, which is like, yeah, one of my gripes about the raid in the first place. Failed to catch Mewtwo because it's so hard, even with the solo instructions. Yeah, even with the solo instructions, it all came down to like getting the RNG, getting lucky with RNG, you know. So yeah, there's a little, it left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, at least, with how they did that raid. Just with saying, yeah, it's so hard that you need to kind of go online to do it with friends, but it's like, I don't have an online account, so what do? Do I try and beat it solo in game and rely on RNG? It's kind of, I don't know, one of those things. I think Jirachi, that would be like absolutely S tier Terra raid, wouldn't it? Something like that would be absolutely amazing, especially if they didn't shiny lock it as well. If it was like available to catch in its shiny form, that would be so good, like so good. I would absolutely love something like that. Reshiram Tube, good morning, how are you doing? Got my shiny sandal. Wow, nice, awesome to hear. The dex is complete. That's an absolutely phenomenal, humongous task complete. That is amazing. I bet you are absolutely over the moon with that. That is a great to hear, and really happy for you. Go Fest next month, we'll release some new ones, but nice to have them all now. Exactly, now you just need to like keep on top of it. All the hard work's done. It's amazing. I'm super happy for you, my friend. Hopefully we can join you with some shinies today. It'd be nice if we can. We've had such a drought on the channel recently. It's just been, I just feel cursed. Maybe it's the mentality, cursed mentality, that's got us this way. Gary, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Surprised still no announcement about mass outbreak or raid. Wonder if it was delayed to patch the printer exploit. Nah, mate. And anyone else that's wondering, the item printer is not going to get patched. It's not something that's like an issue with the games. It's just how the item printer works, and now people have figured out how you can really take advantage of that. It's not going to get patched. It's like if you played Sword and Shield, you pretty much need to look at it in exactly the same way that the raid dens were programmed into the game. So you could open a raid, and then you could use the date and time to skip through, change the Pokemon, so you could kind of shiny hunt, you know. You could change the frame of the den to produce a shiny Pokemon in that, and that still works now. It's just how the raid dens work in Sword and Shield, and exactly the same case for the item printer. It's not going to get patched, so there's no way that they're thinking about changing how the game mechanics work for that one thing. So you're going to be able to use the item printer for the foreseeable. Honestly, don't worry about it getting patched. Don't think it's going to get patched. It's not a glitch. It's not really. It's more of an RNG manipulation of the thing. So it's just in the game to stay, really. So you will be fine going forward. You got a Zarude in Sun Shield. You could help me unlock the dex entry. I do, mate. Yeah. Tell you what, Ken. Drop me a message on Discord. We'll sort out a time to trade, because I did get the Zarude event when it did drop, so I can definitely help you with that for the dex entry, my friend, if that is gonna help out with everything. Jared, I had to skip the 7-star Mewtwo by fighting 7-star Hisuian Decidueye. That was a nice raid, nice easy one, that one as well. I have no idea how people finish full shiny dexes. How do you do the legendaries in a legit way? Well, there is ways to do it. Like, I'm trying to work through it at the moment, Lexi. I mean, I think the mythicals are probably the hardest out of everything, to be honest, where, you know, a lot of them are like exclusive through maybe another game, or that the shiny hunts are like super hard to do, you know. The legendaries aren't so bad. There are a few, of course, that still are locked, like Calyrex, Glastria, Spectria. They're all locked still, so those ones like Urshifu still locked. So there's But the majority of them, they're all right. But you kind of have to have the back catalog of games to be able to go and do them, you know. You've got to have, like, at least on the Switch, you would need Sword and Shield, BDSP. Doing them all on the Switch would be pretty brutal as well, because BDSP is kind of broken for shiny hunting. But there's some other ways. If you've got, like, the... I guess the best way is to... For the legendaries, probably Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I would say, and the Ultra Wormholes, where you can catch a majority of things. There's only the subsequent gen legendaries that you can't get in those games, you know. It's a grind, but so satisfying. Reshiram Tube, I agree, mate. It's really nice to hear that you've been able to do that. Like, the grind's so worth it when you've done it. At the end, don't you have the wrong Deoxys form on the screen? Leaf Green has a defensive form. It does, but this one looks better, so that's why we've got it. The defense form doesn't look that good, does it? I don't like the design so much of the defense form, but it is the wrong one. But when we encounter it, it looks pretty similar, so we're all right. We're not going to be too finicky about that, to be honest. 5-star Dialga and Palkia were much easier than 7-star Mewtwo. Oh, way easier, yeah. I mean, 5-star raids are so much easier than 7-star anyway, so it makes sense that they were easy to do and pick up. Mats, do you do the Dynamax Adventures Deoxys tonight? Looking forward to seeing the stream. Might hop into the raids as well and help out, mate. We should be, yes. I will need to schedule it, but we will be live tonight doing that. So that'll be a lot of fun, mate. Why are mythicals so hard to get? They're so cool, but rarely released, and them in shiny lock. I know. That makes them so, it's so frustrating as well, isn't it? Like, just that. The mythicals, there's so many of them that are like so nice. Like Mars Shadow's one that comes straight to my mind that I'm like, I'd love to. The shiny's not amazing, but then you look at something like Hooper, right, which has got an absolutely amazing shiny, and that's still shiny locked. And how do you get Hooper? Well, it's only available in event only. It's like, come on. It's Ultra Sun Moon, but not for long. Yeah, that's true, Lexi. Don't have it for long. Cristobal, how are you doing? Good luck with the hunt. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do. Hopefully we see something shine today. It'd be nice if one of these shiny starters can pop up. I was able to catch the Palkia, but not the Mewtwo. Victini needs to be really shiny. Ah, that's the one as well. Victini, Hooper, Volcanion. They all have like banging shinies. And Marshadow. I just love Marshadow. It's just a very strong Pokemon. It's very cool. I want Volcanion shiny. Volcanion shiny, yeah. That gold shiny Volcanion is what we need. Everyone needs that. It would be so good to get them. I kind of don't want them to do just a giveaway event, though. I want them to do like a way for us to get them to go to a place in-game. You know, like an island somewhere where we can go and hunt them, like the Deoxys event and stuff like that. I'm asking too much, I think, though. I don't think it's going to happen. But if we could have like a little, like, I don't know, it doesn't need to be an epilogue update sort of thing like we got for the latest mythical in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but you know, something where we could just go to like a faraway island or something like that, and we could then hunt for it, and it's not shiny locked, and then, you know, it is hard to get, but it would be good. Like, yeah, it'd be brilliant. We still have mythicals dating back to Gen 5 that are still shiny locked. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? And I wonder if they will eventually. I think Pokemon Go is one of the saving graces where, you know, eventually they'll all have to be unshiny locked, because I guess they're gonna do the shiny events in Pokemon Go for a lot of them, you know. So I guess in some ways you probably want to do them in the main games before you let them loose in Pokemon Go, but you never know what they're planning to do. Like, I don't want to spend money to buy a ticket in Pokemon Go. Well, that's the other thing as well. Like, everything seems to be like paywalling now, doesn't it? Which is just the way it seems to be going. Would be an easier hunt if you would just have to listen to Sparkles. Yeah, the Sparkles. I hope they bring that back in Pokemon ZA. That's one thing that I really do miss in the other games. I think it's such a good tool. Like, I've talked about it a bunch. It's not just for like ease of everyone, but like it just makes everything so much more accessible for, like, you know, people that have like difficulties identifying certain colors and things like that, you know. It's just another way for it to open the door of accessibility to everyone, rather than just keep it kind of to people that can spot the shiny Pokemon. Because yeah, we'll see though. There's one thing they keep, I would hope it would be that though. Yeah, Lexi, Go's pretty good way to shiny hunt them. I guess they're just like timed events more in Go, aren't they, than they are anywhere else. Zentang, how are you doing? I hope you're well and having a great day. Thanks so much for joining the stream with us. I feel that Volcanion, Dancer, and Hooper are all going to be in Legends ZA, similar to Darkrai, Shaman, and Manaphy got released in Legends Arceus. I hope you're right. It does make sense, doesn't it, that they would be released in those games as well. Will, how are you doing this morning, mate? Great to see you. Thanks for dropping into the chat, and I hope you're having a great day, my friend. Right, let's see. Is it this one? It's not. I'm worried the Paradox Beasts will be released in Go first, and the same for Koraidon and Miraidon. Yeah, I feel like Miraidon, Koraidon have to come at some point soon. The tickets on even the be all and all answer. You still have to go through months of grinding to unlock them. That's very true, because like Mew is a perfect example of that. I am still trying to finish the Mew research in Pokemon Go to get a shiny Mew, which is like absolutely crazy. But I know it's there. It's sitting waiting for me when I do it. But you're right, Lisa. It's not just buying the ticket for them. It's like all the work that goes into them. And if you live in places where you don't have much going on around you in Pokemon Go, it's very difficult to kind of to do the event, you know. Nothing there either. Mr. Holbrookie, how are you doing? Great to see you, my friend. Change of pace with today the Deoxys today. Sounds cool. Best of luck getting these shinies. Always good to be listening while I'm working. I appreciate it, mate. Yeah, change of pace today. Still going for the Soul Silver shiny starter. If we can manage to snag that, it would be nice. But yeah, I think it was brought up yesterday. Probably should start prioritizing the Deoxys a little bit more. I mean, we're getting through the resets pretty nicely, but we are on a timer for sure with the Deoxys for how long we've got until we can still transfer it up. It would be sad to get it and then have Pokemon Bank and Transporter closed where we weren't able to actually pull it up to Scarlet and Violet. Forever trapped in Pokemon Leaf Green. I mean, it'd be kind of nice in a way as well, but not for the ideas of like what we were planning to do and do the giveaway and stuff like that. I think shiny sparkles are too easy. Either make them unlockable somehow or make it so they can deactivate. I mean, that would be the best of both worlds, Lexi, wouldn't it? Really, like just having the option to turn it on if you want, and with the animated sparkles as well. So for those that don't really want them and they've never liked them, have the option then to turn them off. The customization there would be like ideal. I think that's a great idea. Shaman is the worst one I bought in the end. What was the research like for the Shaman? Reshiram Tube. Well, for some reason I decided to make a competitive team. Now I'm remembering how terrible the grind is. Yeah, it can be difficult depending on what Pokemon you're going for and stuff like that. I hope it gets a little bit easier though, mate. And is that a Regulation G team that you're making or Regulation F? That's the game industry changed as a whole after the microtransactions came. Now all games have microtransactions DLC instead of giving the entire package from the start. Yeah. I wonder, you know, when you look at it like in comparison, like I wonder if like Pokemon made more money from like DLC packs, which are probably inevitably easier to do than a whole different, you know, third title in a generation. Or did they make more money from like those third titles that they did, you know, like the Platinums, like the Black 2s? I'd imagine they probably make more money with the less effort from DLCs, and that's why we don't really see now any sort of like continuation within a gen. It's just those games, you get the DLCs, and that's it. But there's so much more they could do with it as well. You have to fly to make it worth it and go. Yeah. Veda, how you doing? Great to see you. Good luck. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because we definitely need it for these hunts today. These big old odds that we've got in front of us. But we'll keep going. Hopefully we see something shine today. Wanted to say I love the thumbnail. Thank you, Veda. I really appreciate that. I was like panicking this morning because I know that Riley mentioned this could have been something that we combined today, which is actually, now we get into it, not too bad. But I was like, oh, I need to do a new overlay. I need to do thumbnail. I was like, rushing around before we starting this morning. But it's all worked out all right. Kyle, how are you doing, mate? Good to see you. Shaman's 1 is a lot of time gate from what I saw. Apart from page 1, not that much grinding. That's not too bad, but yeah, the time gate, not ideal at all. Sir Cross, good morning. How are you doing today? I hope you're well and having a great day. And Rich, good to see you, mate. They are doing a return to Kanto event soon. They will boost those dittos for you, mate. Taurus worldwide for me. That is ideal. The dittos. I have a Shadow Charizard like alongside me as my partner Pokemon, so it's easy to kind of spot. Like there's like, you know, a Zoroark or a Ditto. I've only had the Zoroark as a pop-up though the last few times I've had something, so but yeah, if there's a Charizard on my map, I'm like, it's something. It could be a Ditto, but it never is a Ditto. Ditto's been like one of those hunts though that's been like for years I've been looking for a Ditto. Crazy. Right. Boo. It's been long for new research. Any Go collector will tell you. I don't know why they make it so long. Like, I know they're mythical and they make them like harder to get, but at the same time, like, you've paid money for it. Like, don't make it ridiculous, you know, to get. I think Emerald and Platinum were actually poor sellers, but I might be wrong. I think you're right about Platinum. I distinctly remember hearing that Platinum, and that's why it's so expensive now. I don't know if that's a direct knock-on effect, but Platinum had a really low sales, final sales figure. Like, they didn't print many of the cartridges and stuff like that, so compared to other games that they've had, so that might be a big reason why they could kind of took that direction. Yeah, it surprises me about Emerald though, because Emerald is just an absolute banger, and like, you ask a lot of people, Emerald's always one of those games where you're like, yeah, it's their it's their favorite, top of the list, you know. So it does surprise me. Speaking of Go, send me a gift, Rich. I will do it. I'll jump into it when I'm going along to pick, because I'm picking my nephew up and Thea up today. So I'll when I'm heading along there, I'll do some gifting. I'll do some gifting, and I'll be able to pick up some gifts as well, because I'll do my token spin of the one Pokestop we've got where we live. Pick up hopefully something from that. 15 eggs, shiny for you, Coco. Lexi, nice. That is more like it, Lexi. I feel like it's kind of evening out now after all the tedious and like torturous runs that you've had recently with the eggs. 15 seems nice. Hopefully that continues for you. 6-star Ditto, so easy. Thanks to Magikarp. Yeah, so easy. There's lots of nice little fun Ditto raid things that you can do to make it very easy. Kyle, Osirus, because when I tried the Pokeball Lotto, the vid you dropped last, it gave me the item loss. So when it diverted to the patch one, give me different stuff and show why. I would use the item, the gacha tool, put it in. I cover it in the latest video, so you can put the seed of what you're going for into that, and then try and look either side to see what your time, because your timing sounds like it's off. So that'll be a timing issue. But with the gacha tool, you're going to be able to look at like +1 second, -1 second, and then even further. So it will help you identify if you're getting your timings off. That will be the only reason why you're not getting the items that you should with that specific date in the second. So you'll be off maybe a second, or you know, might be early a second, late a second. It'll be one of the two, but use the item to gacha tool to help out with that, and it'll help you just kind of fine-tune your timings when you're clicking the A button on I want to print something. I feel like all of the videos I've done recently, especially this last one, I think in total about like 4 or 5 hours of just doing the item printer consistently for different items and things for the video. I'm like burnt out from doing the item printer for a while. I'm stocked up good in game. I don't need to worry about doing it for a long time. It's so good though. It's really useful. I'd like to do it for more of the Pokeballs. I think the Beast Ball is probably one of the ones I would like to go for, and I'm running a little bit low on the lure balls as well. I don't mind the grindy Pogo researches. Make it fun and worth playing. Those catch 600 Pokemon challenges are great because you have to go and encounter many Pokemon to get the shiny along the way. Wow, Professor, the 600 Pokemon challenge, that's crazy, isn't it? That is crazy. I know what you mean. Yeah, it just stretches them out, because if they're over so quickly, like counteracting exactly what I just said now, but if they're over quickly, then at least it does feel like you're getting your money's worth because of how, you know, drawn out they are. So in that respect, it is really good. Nice, a bit earlier start this morning. How goes it, Charles? How are you doing, mate? It's going all right this morning. Going after the Deoxys today, so hopefully we see some yellow alien pop up on our screen. It'd be nice if we do. Lexi got 4 shinies at 6,020 eggs before, so that was, hopefully it keeps evening out. Hopefully it does, mate. That would be really good if it does keep evening out for you, and I'll keep my fingers crossed that that is the case. The Muffin Man TTV, how are you doing? I hope you're well. I've hatched 800 Sprigatito eggs with the charm in Violet with no shiny. Oh, mate, I hope you manage to see the shiny soon. I really do. I'm currently in between a Sprigatito shiny hunt in Scarlet. I think I might keep it for when we jump back into Scarlet and try and, because we've been talking about it, finishing the live index in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So I might keep that hunt for when we do jump into that. Where are pickups? There is a gym and a couple of stops. Me and a couple of other parents seem to fight over the gym. It's always the way. There's people in the village here. There's one gym, and yeah, I'll go up and I'll put my Pokemon into it, and then like literally, it's I don't know who it is. It must be someone that lives close by to it. Just notices and they just like boot me out. It's always the blue team in the village, but I don't know. I've never seen anyone in and around the village doing the gym. So, but my Pokemon never stay in it for that long at all. There's a weird gym in the middle of nowhere around here. There's a walk that we sometimes go to on a weekend, but it's like the most remote place that you would go to. There's like nothing around it. There's just a forest, but there's a gym there, and I remember I dropped a Pokemon in there, and it was in for nearly 8 months before it got knocked out. Like, I was just crazy. The amount of coins I got for it was absolutely ridiculous. Kept me going for a while. So that one, I need to go back up to that and just be like, okay, let's drop some Pokemon off here again. Try and cash in on it. Can't you infuse Calyrex and send them to Scarlet and Violet, then you refuse them back? What would that be from, Lisa? You can infuse them, and if it's Sword and Shield, you can, yeah. I think that's the only way you can transfer them into Home. I don't think they can be transferred if they are together, if that makes sense. Kalia's locked to the base file, I'm pretty sure. So I'm using an OLED switch, to be honest. Kyle, what is the other message am I missing? If you're using an OLED switch, your delay should be like 1 second. But like I say, to really get precise, because it could be an issue with when you're syncing up your stopwatch with when you're confirming the date and time. That could be something that throws everything off. That's why I say use the item to gacha tool, because then you'll be able to see exactly what seed you're landing on. And if you're, you know, maybe thinking you're 1 second but you're actually hitting a second later, it means you can just adjust when you're clicking that I want to print something option, so then you can consistently hit those seeds. That's basically key to it, and why the tool's so useful if you are having issues with hitting the specific print jobs that you want, you know. Emerald sold 7 million copies, Fire Red sold 12 million, and Ruby and Sapphire sold 16 million. Wow. Fire Red, Leaf Green, 12 million going strong. That's crazy, isn't it? Wow. Emerald only 7 million. That's crazy. I'd love to know the numbers of Platinum. I bet Platinum's around that Emerald number, you know. Brains of Unity is in the Porto Marinada auction house. It is, yes. Yeah. That's where you pick it up. You have to buy it. Pretty annoying that you have to buy all those like transforming items and stuff like that. But it is what it is, I guess. Lexia still have 120 eggs to hatch from this run. Now to get the 4th Fuecoco so I can evolve my female one. That's awesome. Good luck with the 4th one. I hope you do get them in those remaining 120 eggs. I'm sure you will. FN Crystal also sold 6 million copies, and Gold and Silver sold 23 million. Wow. I'm surprised at Crystal not selling very many. That's crazy, because it's weird, isn't it? It's like these like really low selling games are the ones that like everyone like really is drawn towards, you know. 23 million copies though for Gold and Silver is absolutely bonkers, isn't it? Sick, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great day. Good to see you. Team Mystic for the win. I can't get on board the Team Mystic. What's the yellow one? Because that's what I am. It was Zapdos, so I was like, I have to pick it. Don't know how many eggs I've hatched in Violet for Shiny Hydreigon. Still haven't got it. Charles, I really hope you see it shine soon. It's such a nice one. Muffin Man, my small town, I live in Australia. We have 5 gyms and 13 Pokemon stops. Our town has a population of 500 people. My family are the main Pogo players in town. That's amazing. You like have the run of all the gyms. I love that. That's nice though. That's nice that you got so many as well to take advantage of. That's crazy. That's so good. Yeah, when you've got like something like that, it's like it's worth doing, isn't it? I have Pokemon that's been in the gym for 3 months. Wow. Get those coins. You almost want, sometimes, do you ever feel like you kind of want them to come back so you can collect the coins for the time that they've been in there? Because I know I was like that. I think I left my Gengar in and I was like, yeah, I just want my Gengar back now. I think Platinum is around 6 million. Wow, still pretty low, isn't it? Such good games as well. And you know, I guess it might be one of the reasons, you know, where they, you know, Game Freak obviously put a lot of effort into the games like Emerald, like Platinum, and then when you don't get the return on them, it must be disheartening for them to be like, oh, we've put actually so much work into, you know, adding these features to these games that, you know, of this generation, and for them not to get the return on the sales. You can see why they like eventually went different directions, you know, instead of going with like, I guess a 3rd version for Black and White, like instead of going grey, they went Black and White 2, you know. And then future games, they kind of stopped it. Team Instinct, Lee, come on. Team Yellow, Team Instinct, that's the one. Professor Oak and Rich. All day. Best team. Best team for sure. Only 29 likes. Let's try to boost it up. What are we sitting at right now? We're sitting at 34 likes. There's 82 of us in chat. I really appreciate all the likes, friends. Let's try and get that 100 like goal today. I'm sure we can do it. You guys smashed it yesterday, so I really appreciate it, especially if we can get shiny. I'm hoping that will definitely help, won't it? I believe they sold about 6 to 7 million with the third copies. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's still a lot of copies, right? It's still loads, but it's probably not what they're looking for. When you, in comparison, like look at the sales of like gold and silver, and then especially red, blue, and yellow, you know, combined. I wonder what yellow's figures were like. Kind of interesting to think about yellow as well as the first one that was like that third release. I bet it did better because it was Pikachu though, you know, and it was the first game where you could have Pikachu kind of follow you around. So that's a big draw, a big gimmick for people to just buy the games for that. I know when I was a kid, I was like, I want yellow because I want to kind of try and replicate like the whole Ash thing, you know, which sounds crazy to do, but it's like, it's a cool feature. I think we won't see any more third version games. It's more convenient to make DLCs. Yeah, I agree, Matt. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to see going forward. I just wish they'd do more like DLC, like little DLC content. I'd be quite happy paying, like, you know, if they were like, I guess something along the lines of you could like have a mythical pass or something like that, and then over the next, I don't know, 12 months, every other month they released like a new island that you could go to hunt a mythical Pokemon, and the pack cost a certain amount of money, and it was like the end of the cycle of that generation. But that, you know, you had these like little events that they were still adding in. It would be cool to have something like that, and I'd be quite happy to pay for those additional things that they do, and it wouldn't be too much work, I don't think, for them to add anything like that. But I don't know, they seem very precious about the mythical Pokemon at the minute. Even if it was just to expand the decks, you know, like where you could actually pay a little bit extra and, you know, fill up the decks, have an actual full national decks of Pokemon, or the Pokemon that weren't available in the base games, you could kind of pay a little bit extra and have new areas open where you could go to like a, I don't know, like a wild area sort of place and catch the remaining Pokemon that weren't in the games originally. And you just paid like a little bit of a premium for them. There's so many things that they could do, I guess, but I guess it's all work at the end of the day. It's easy for me to sit here and be like, just do this. When in reality, it's like months of work for like the employees when they're already stressed about working on their next games, you know? Yellow sold 14.64 million copies. Wow, that's, yeah. And then for Crystal to only sell like what it did, that's wild, isn't it? When the counter for starters hits 10k, everyone's super chat. Let's just bump it to 10k right now. I'm joking. Yellow was the first Game Boy Color. It was a must-have. Ah, that's a Game Boy Color game as well. Of course it was. Yeah. Yeah. I forget that. One thing I wish they went back to is Gen 4 and their 5 mystery gifts. Yeah, it'd be very cool, wouldn't it? Gentle, how are you doing? I hope you're well today, and great to see you. 46 minutes late, never late. Great, just on time. Especially if we get that this shiny now. Boom. Nothing there. I would love them to expand the game so we could travel between regions. Add a DLC for Scarlet and Violet with Unova. Ah, could you? I mean, that would be the eventual dream, I think, wouldn't it? Where a DLC pack that they add into something like Scarlet and Violet would be Kanto, right? And then you go to the Kanto region, you start the whole game, you know, you go to Professor Oak in the lab, and you get your starter Pokemon, and then you have to go through the whole game, become the champion of Kanto. That'd be wild. And then, you know, the next year they add to it, they add Johto, and then so on and so on from there. Ah, it'd be so good. There's so much they could do. And then you would just have like, it would be like Pokemon Universe. I guess it would have to be an online platform thing where you could just go in and, yeah, it'd be cool. That would be something I would love to see. I've always thought like having all the regions available where you could just go between all of them. But I guess that would be, it would stop them having I guess a paid subscription would be what you would have to pay for it, right? To play it. Just want them to add Walking Wake and Iron Leaves to the game in a renewable way. The other 4 as raids. That'd be nice if they did that. It'd be really cool if they did something like that. Kelly, good morning. How are you doing? Great to see you. I hope you're having a great start to your day. And thanks so much, as always, for joining the stream. Hopefully we do see something shine today. It'd be nice if we do. As tough as the Soul Silver copy has been, I think we'll get the Deoxys first. Caleb, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Change it up a little bit today, Kaylee. Yeah, just going for the Deoxys. We might have some better luck with that, like Caleb's just said. I think Caleb might be right as well with that prediction. This is the cursed cartridge. It's like the cursed child. Love the new video too. Can't wait to get the farming items in BP too. Bad you can't print BP. I know, right? Imagine if you could. Imagine if there was just a time and date where it's like, there's 5,000 BP. Yeah, the BP grind's the annoying thing to do. But to be honest, it's not been too bad. Like even doing it solo in game for myself, where I've had to go out and just get like, you know, an extra 1,000. It hasn't taken too long to do. So it's not terrible. It's the resources that I'm worried about, the materials. I'm gonna have to go and farm capinis and things like that for future, because I've like absolutely depleted everything. All my resources are gone. Which is just like, yeah, we need some of those mass outbreak events to come around. Can you assume they wouldn't definitely not move the VGC to this current switch? I don't know. I think they're still going to do. I think not this switch, Marcus. But you never know. You know, like they might, you know. There's always dreaming, right? When they announced Pokemon Works is the new kind of collaboration company between them and Ilka. Maybe that's the announcement. They might have something that they want to announce alongside it. And then that is what they announce alongside it is Virtual Consoles are now available as a package deal on the Switch, which would be nice, because if we don't have a remake this year, it makes sense to at least have something, I guess, where we can keep ourselves busy with some of the games on the Switch, which would be nice. Like we've kept saying, you know, it makes sense for them to do that, because then with bank and transporter closing, at least then you'd have a way to play these games, transfer things up to home properly, you know. That would be awesome. Get a Pokemon from Orc and then kick his grandson right but right in front of him. The classic version of Pokemon Red. Lee, what's your favorite game? Mine is PLA effing Legends Arceus is definitely up there for me. I'd have to say probably Soul Silver, Hot Gold, Soul Silver, probably my favorites. You know, I'm just looking forward to kind of diving in to be able to play the games, because we're kind of stuck at the moment. We're going for the Mareep, and then we've got this shiny starter here as well. But I would say they're probably my favorites. PLA is definitely up there. Second, third. It's got to be one of my favorites. So I do love it so much. Does anyone remember how Shiny Eternatus was just distributed? I'm assuming Shiny Terrapagos will be distributed the same way. It was a mystery gift event, wasn't it? Eternatus. I think it was shortly after we got the Zacian and Zamazenta mystery gifts. I'm pretty sure that's how it was distributed in Sword and Shield. So I'd imagine they'll probably do Miraidon, Koraidon mystery gift for the shinies like they did. And then they'll probably do Terrapagos as well, which would be wild if they do. Like shiny Terrapagos would be great, wouldn't it? They might do it. I don't know if they'll do it soon. They'll probably do it later this year, I'd imagine, at some point. Caleb, I wish they'd put the old games like that on the Switch and add a GBA mark, kind of like, it'd be good. Yeah, the GBA mark. Yeah, like they did for the Game Boy mark for a lot of the Virtual Console Pokemon. Yeah, I never thought about the GBA mark. That would be cool, like a little Game Boy Advance mark. That would be so cool. We need that. We need that to happen. Game I would love for them to do is where it is every region and mons for such, like their respective dexes. We start off in Kanto and go to each region in order all the way to Paldea. That would be absolutely wild, Kyle. Could you imagine? Could you imagine something like that? It'd be so good. So good. With everything along the way as well, where they don't leave anything out. Because it would be cool to see it happen. Maybe unsure how it'll happen due to Gen 8, Gen 9 being quite recent. Maybe it could be like side games like PMD, Legends games. Maybe they could do it a bit like that. I mean, anything like that would be absolutely wild. I just don't think they'd be able to fit it all onto one cart. I mean, they probably would be if they did it like pixel artwork, but I mean, reworking everything's kind of wild, isn't it? I just know I'd love that. If they just make the bank accessible through home, where it can be downloaded from there, or hardware that adapts transporter bank functionality directly into home. That's what they need to do, Marcus, don't they? They just need to update bank to have it accessible through the Switch, really, rather than just through how it works at the moment. But also doing the mechanics, like the sandwiches, hordes, SOS chaining, megas, shiny radar hunting. We need to include that in there. You imagine going back to Kanto and being able to crack a picnic out and do a shiny sandwich for stuff. That would be wild. Absolutely wild. Johnny Hacks, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Good to see you as always. Hope you're having a good week, my friend. And another hot take, because at this point I'm just contrarian. Again, with all the regions is literally unplayable due to the level scaling, unless you start all over again after beating the Elite Four. I think that's what we'd have to do. I think each time you go to a new region, you'd almost have to do like a reset, like what Ash did in the anime, where you can't port any of your code Pokemon from the previous region until you became the champion, right? And you got like the national dex or something like that, you know. So you would have to only use Pokemon that you could catch. So it would be like almost starting a new game every time you go to a new region. You get a new starter at the beginning, and then you work your way through and try and become champion of that region with the respective Pokemon from that region. Like, that could be a way to do it, couldn't it? But yeah, it'd be kind of difficult with the level scaling, because you're going to be like, what, when you get to region 3, you're going to be like a level 100 easy with pretty much everything that you've got. And then you would just probably not really catch that many new Pokemon from the region, so you wouldn't really experience it in a way like the game developers would probably want you to be able to experience it. But I would still love it. It would be still good, wouldn't it? I vote for picnics with pizza making in Generation 10 in Italy. That would be wild. Yeah, pasta making. Pasta and pizza making. Get sparkling level 3 power with how good your pasta skills are. I meant more like each of the mechanics and all being worked together. Ah, okay. People will complain. Starting all over again would work, but right, let me just do this, because I don't want to mess this up and miss a starter. Starting all over again would work, but I'd become a pretty boring gameplay cycle and people would complain. I guess, yeah, that's the thing. They would need to work some way around to stop it being stale, because you're kind of just doing the same thing over and over again, aren't you? Could be a nice way to do it with a reset, so you can keep the character, but your bag needs to be cleared as well, so you don't bring yeah, that's very true. Actually, I never really thought about that. DC Kevin and Net. I'm sorry, mate. I just appreciate DC. Thank you so much for the subscribe. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm feeling really lethargic today. I'm super sorry, chat, if I'm not as upbeat and as energy. I need Costa to inject me with some of the Costa energy. I feel like I'm just down in energy today. I'm tired. I didn't sleep so well last night. Yeah, I do apologize if I'm not energized coming into today's stream as I normally am. I just, yeah, I don't know. Just feel a little bit like my head's heavy today. Oosh. No Deoxys. And I didn't get to go for a run this morning, so that's probably not helped me. I feel like that would have like re-energized me. I'll go for one later, I think, maybe. Caleb, no, that may, I just, yeah, like I mentioned, no workout today, so that's maybe a reason why I'm feeling like I am, to be honest. No shiny starter. I'm gonna try and get some is it Iron Hands from LAIC expired? Yes, unfortunately, Lisa. I think it finished on the Monday after EUIC, so it didn't run for very long. So it was like maybe 4 days it ran for, and now it's gone. So unless you know Marco, you're not gonna be able to get that Iron Hands. Send Marco a DM, be like, can you breed me an Iron Hands off your Iron Hands that you used in LAIC? Wonder if he would do it. Maybe I should ask him next time I see him, because I annoyingly missed it being at the event, and every time I go back into the hotel room at night, I pretty much got changed, showered, and then went straight back out for dinner. So I forgot about it, and then because the travel took so long on Monday to get back, when I got back it crashed pretty hard, so I missed it getting it, which is really annoying. It's like the only event gift I've missed in Scarlet and Violet this year, which is pretty frustrating, but one of those things, I guess. Need some power thirst for energy. Yes, I've got a coffee here, but it's not really, it's not doing the job. Gained a few pounds this week, but I am just gonna keep going, keep fluctuating between 225 and 223. Keep going, James. It will eventually all start to come off, mate. I think it's hard in those sort of weeks where you're not really seeing the improvement. It's easy when you've got like the improvement that you're seeing over and over, you know, week on week, and it's like good motivation to keep going. And when it's like fluctuating like that, it's hard to kind of keep the motivation. And I think it's at those points though that you just need to stick with your consistency, because it will eventually just, the scales will tip a little bit. Marcus, imagine if they give difficulty options easy, medium, hard, as well as other staple RPG mechanics. Maybe we can expect them to play around with the concept and Zia. That would be absolutely wild. So good, wouldn't it? Like, just to be able to change things up and make it like, yeah, change the difficulty of the battles, so the levels, the, you know, strategies and stuff change like that. That would be so good. Something like that would be, I'd love something like that. And then have other options, like you say, where you could change it. Just call me Luca. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Did you guys change your profile pic to a shiny in Pokemon Sleep? And which one? I chose shiny Charizard. Oh, I haven't even been in yet. I've only got one shiny I could choose from. I think if it's still there, it's my shiny Caterpie, which is treasured and loved. Not that I've been back into Sleep in a while, but I might go back in. David claimed 3. Nice, mate. Took full advantage of that one then. We get a Paradox, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. What would their names be? As Iron Hands is taken, one would have to be Iron Feet, yeah. Iron Feet, Iron Gloves, and Iron... What would you call the Hitmontop? The Hitmontop's the one I would get stuck with, I think. Clearly the indie didn't have much looking forward to the kitty game, but overall makes me think it's going to be slow for Nintendo to their real next console, hopefully by 2025. Hopefully they announce it soon, you know, Kaylee. I think if it's due to drop like early next year, they'll have to do some sort of like reveal of it soon. I'm hoping so. I'm sorry to hear there wasn't anything that like caught your eye in the indie direct. It's annoying. Iron Heel for Hitmonlee. Iron Spinner, that's the one. Iron Spinner, yeah, for Hitmontop. Yeah. Iron Gloves, I feel like for Hitmonchan would be good. They would have like, yeah, just his boxing gloves. Do love the Animal Crossing vibes. Islands Dread, how are you doing, mate? Happy Friday Eve. Yes, my friend, nearly Friday. Hope you're doing good, mate, and great to see you as always. Thanks for hopping in and joining the stream today. Kyle, anyone who know what Animal Crossing Kick song this is? Oh, someone in chat might know. That's that one and that one as well. The little kitty big city will probably get my order. My order. It'd be a good one to get. You'll have to let me know what it's like, Kaylee, when you pick it up. When does it release? Got Pokemon X today, Cop de Loop. Nice. Awesome, mate. Excited to get back into Kalos again. I'm excited for you, mate. You'll have to let me know how the playthrough's going. Are you planning on doing anything special or just a standard playthrough through it? Or are you going to do like Nuzlocke or anything with it? Don't shiny hunt the starters. It's the most annoying game to do it in. Most time consuming. Very rewarding, I imagine, if you do get the shiny starter, but absolutely brutal. The amount of time it takes to check the starter is absolutely horrendous. Europa looks like a cool game from the Indie Direct. I didn't see it. I haven't actually, I've got to be honest, I haven't seen the any of the games from the Indie Direct. I never caught it yesterday. Still haven't really caught it. Like, I kept getting like the tweets through from Nintendo of America about all the drops that they mentioned, but I wasn't able to delve in and pay much attention to them. Iron Fist is an ability, Matt. Iron Fist, yeah. Iron Fists. With the Iron Fist ability. That would be hilarious. The only Paradox Pokemon to have a normal ability. Just because its name is an ability as well. Still struggling to get my Mint Zygarde from Dynamax Adventures. Oh, mate, it's such a brutal one as well. I really do hope that you manage to get some luck with it soon. See you, shiny. We're having a full shiny drought here on the channel at the minute. I'm hoping it will start to pour down with shinies sooner or later. Might need to be forced our way back into Scarlet and Violet. Iron Chan, Iron Lee. They're great names, Mr. Holbrook. Yeah, I love those. Kind of prefer them as well. Evan, thank you so much for coming by, mate. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch up with you maybe on our next one that we do. Iron Wrestler for top. I love it. Right, you've got the job. You've got the job, Mr. Holbrookie. Pokedex would just say that the ability was named after this Pokemon. Yeah. It's where the ability originated from. So strong, it chose its own ability. Copterloop, I found out yesterday the Houndoomite is in Y version, but Houndoom is exclusive to X. It's a cruel. It's such a troll, isn't it? Such a troll. Why would they do, yeah. Why would they do that? I wonder if that's the only one that they've done that with, or like as a little mistake, or purposefully done. Trill, no, we didn't get anything yesterday, unfortunately. Like I say, it's been a dry spell recently on the channel. I'll happily send you my macro iron hands. Marco, why did I read that as macro? Marco iron hands, David. That's too kind, mate. You keep a hold of those, mate. Thank you so much for the kind gesture, though. Really appreciate it, mate. He's sending hundreds on retro games. Takes my money versus spending on new Switch games. These prices are absurd. The retro games, mate. Reliable. Decent. We know they're good. Some of these newer games, you're like, are they as good? Probably not. Not living up to it. But yeah, the prices of them are absolutely nuts, aren't they? Future form Paradox Colossal become an oven. Just a bigger version of Rotom Heat. I do like the concept of the Paradox Pokemon though. It'd be nice to see them kind of integrate them in some way into ZA. It'd be really cool. And we got some new ones, but I don't know how likely it is. It'd be very cool though. If there's any link between Kalos and Paldea though, it could happen. Iron Fist and Iron Fist Melmetal. That'd be good with +6 attack, Kyle. Melmetal's another one. One of those other mythicals we've never had in like any main series title, have we? Lysakai, I never played Sun and Moon or Diamond and Pearl. Would anyone recommend I play them? Definitely Diamond and Pearl. I would probably say like Ultra Sun and Moon. Maybe I would say Ultra Sun and Moon over Sun and Moon. That's what I would go with. But I don't know. People in chat might disagree. Might have other opinions. Riley, good morning, mate. How are you doing? I hope you're well, man. And resting up well. And the recovery is going good. Great to see you though, my friend. We took your suggestion. And we are going for the stubborn shiny starter in Soul Silver today with the Deoxys. So I gotta say thank you, mate, for the shout yesterday about doing both these together. Maybe it will break the curse with one of them. You never know. I think Legends they'll add megas for newer Pokemon instead of older ones like Mega Kingambit or Mega Dragapult. Mega Dragapult. I mean, Mega Kingambit would be absolutely wild as well, but Mega Dragapult would be so good. I'd love to see that. Diamond and Pearl are amazing. Yeah, they're very good games. Sun and Moon for the starter island scans and on in Ultra Sun and Moon. That's very true. The Battle Bond Greninja, again, another thing. But then I guess you got the Ultra Wormholes in Ultra Sun and Moon, which is nice for the legendaries. So if you ever want to plan on doing like shiny hunting for the legendary Pokemon, then that's always a good one to consider for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I said a pal. Suck and Slick. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it, my friend. Hopefully we do see something shine today. I keep saying we're on such a drought at the minute. The drought is real. Matt, my guess is that we will get a Paradox future forms in PLZA instead of regional forms as the game takes place in the future and still the same region. That would make sense. Yeah. Unless there's some like integration with like time travel, which I guess we could see potentially. Then I could see them integrating like the past forms as well. It would feel weird for them not to have past forms if they just brought future forms in, although along the lines that you're kind of saying, it does make sense in that respect, you know. Wait, are Gen 9 Pokemon going to be in Z though? We don't know just yet, do we? I don't think anything was anything revealed in the trailer like Gen 9 Pokemon. I don't think there were, but I'm not too sure. Suggest you play Platinum for the pinnacle Sinnoh experience. Yeah, Marcus is right. For the absolute pinnacle experience. It's a little more expensive, a little more pricey to buy platinum, but definitely worth it for the addition, like the extra additions that you get. It's just so much better than the base games. It's one of those rare occasions where that third extension is better than the base games. I guess I say rare occasion. Most of the time the third version is pretty good, but got all four Gen 7 games for the benefits that two have, the other two don't. Yes, very true. I'm mostly seeing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is the move. Yeah, I think Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon of like, yeah, because they're pretty much exactly the same. They're like carbon copies gameplay wise, Sun and Moon to Ultra Sun and Moon, but the post game stuff in Ultra Sun and Moon is probably more worthwhile, I would say, than the others. Just call me Luca. I doubt it, because in Legends Arceus we didn't get any Gen 8 Pokemon. Now that's very true, yeah, but makes sense. Better to give some older Pokemon the spotlight over the new ones. Yeah, that is very true actually. When you think about it, we got no Sword and Shield Pokemon. I wonder if it's because the regions were so far apart from each other. The only thing that I would say is like Kalos and Paldea seem very close. You know, they're like bordering countries. So I guess in that way you could maybe see some integrated into Kalos. But you never know. It depends when it's set as well. Do you think Brilliant and Shining are better than... no, they're not better than the originals. Definitely not. No. I think the originals are better than Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl. I enjoyed Brilliant Diamond, Shine and Pearl, but I think the original games are better. And Platinum surpasses all of them, to be honest. In my opinion, at least, I think. I'd say maybe a lot of people will agree with that as well, but it's all down to personal preference, isn't it? Really wish they had put more time into Ceruledge and Armory Shinies. Oh, I know. It would have been so easy for them just to swap the colors as well. And that like would have been way better than what it is. Just make Armor Rouge Ceruledge colors and Ceruledge Armor Rouge colors for their shiny forms. It's like such an easy thing to do, but they were so lazy with it. So lazy. There's no excuses. Just color their eyes in. I pulled a muscle in my leg and I always sit cross-legged because of school habits. It hurts so much. Oh mate, I hope the muscle injury gets better soon. Just take some rest. Don't overdo it, but yeah, I hope you hope the recovery is very quick for you. So bad as well on a leg because it's like such a big muscle. I agree with you, definitely not better, especially Platinum is the best Sinnoh game. Yeah, I would agree. Just blue eyes is crazy. Yeah, they did the same with like Zekrom as well. Like Zekrom's a lot, I guess, like a slightly different shade of gray or black, however you want to look at it. But I mean, they give it like a green tip to the end of its like antenna on its head, or the spike on its head and like its tail. But I mean, otherwise it's a real cop out with Zekrom as well. I always feel like the eyes are the other thing that Zekrom had. It always reminds me of the Ceruledge and Armor Rouge shinies. Red Ceruledge would have been fire. It would have been so good, wouldn't it? Would have been so good. The Goldingo shiny. Oh my gosh, yeah. Silver Surfer was right there. It was literally right there. They literally ripped that design. Definitely took inspiration from the Silver Surfer, right? So just run with it. Run with it for a shiny. Coins are gold and silver as well, so it makes sense that the shiny would be silver. That is a definite 7 p.m. it's beer o'clock time job where they've got like 5 minutes till they finish for the day. And they've got Goldingo's shiny left to do, and they need to get it in for the deadline. And they're like, we can't miss happy hour in the pub. We have got to get Goldingo done before. What can we do? Just change it slightly. Just slightly. Do one of those really obscure shinies. Guarantee 100% that is what's happened. I don't know. In my head, that's what happened. Yeah. Guys, it's beer o'clock. Come on, first orders are getting in. We can't miss a minute down there. But we've got Goldingo to do. Shiny's still not finished. Just change its eyes. What color? Just a similar color. Just choose. Just click over a shade. Oh, I can't believe I've just reset that when I've not even checked the Deoxys. Getting too excited about the beer o'clock time. Beer o'clock, yeah. Shiny Goldingo. Mystery gift. OT. Beer o'clock. Callum, good to see you, mate. I hope you're well. Work has been crazy this week. Hopefully, we'll be able to have this on in the background this afternoon. Feel like the shiny is coming today. Callum, I hope you're right, mate, and I hope your week gets a lot easier going forward, mate. It's good to see you, though, my friend. It's beer o'clock somewhere, yeah. Goldingo shiny was just lazy. Yeah, so lazy. So lazy. It's like lazier than like every... At least they changed the color of Cerulege and Omarisha's eyes. They literally did nothing with Goldingo. It was just like, and when it came to the overview to sign things off, they were like, so we're just having to review the shinies for the new game. We've noticed the Goldingo is pretty similar. Yeah, it's meant to be. It's a very rare Pokemon, so we didn't want to change it from the original design. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, yeah, that is fine. Okay, that's what we've done. Someone must have been like, we should just go back and change that. It would be pretty easy. It's all one color anyway, so there wouldn't really be much work to do there. But nah. Thursday at 4:30 p.m. beer o'clock for me and my partner. Same place every week. Nice, David, that's cool. Beer o'clock. Good job you don't have any shinies. Shiny Pokemon to decide on. Even if you did, you would do a better job, I swear, than what they did with some of the Scarlet and Violet ones. I do like give them a bit like of a hard time, but it's because some of the shinies in Scarlet and Violet are nice, but some of them are like, yeah. Purple Garchomp, yeah. Gengar's another one. There must be a certain team that get like the G Pokemon that are just like, yeah. Do they split them up? Maybe that's the theory. Is there any... I mean, Gyarados. Gyarados is good, right? So Gyarados being G doesn't really fall. They're split into like segments. They've got like people that deal with all the G Pokemon. And then people that deal with all the others, letters of the alphabet. The G Pokemon recently have not been pulling their weight. But I don't know about A's and C's either, because Omarus and Cerulege were pretty bad. Tin Hat theory on. Oh, why am I attacking the Deoxys? They were fixing so many glitches in Scarlet and Violet, they had no time to fix the shinies. Yeah. I actually think the shiny was not shiny. It was a different concept of the normal Pokemon. They got it wrong in the database. By the time they figured it out, it was already too late. And they were like, oh, where's the shiny? You just put the same one in twice. Yeah. Too late. We can't go back now. Yeah. Giratina's is amazing though. Yeah, that is very true. I like some of them, they just spend all of their coins. They're like, okay, we put so much time and effort into Giratina, like the next 10G Pokemon, whatever they're going to be, they're going to be really bad. We can't put that much effort into the rest of them. So there'll be another G Pokemon coming around soon, I guess, that'll have a lot of effort put into it. But in between them, everything's just trash. Well, Les, made it to Kyoto. Nice, mate. How have you been enjoying your first day there? I hope you've had a great time today, mate, and still enjoying the trip, getting settled into the hotel. They mentioned you were doing a bit of laundry today as well, so I hope that went nice and easy for you, mate, and you're just enjoying yourself out there on your epic trip, my friend. But thanks so much for hopping in and joining. Probably going to see Kyoto Pokemon Center tomorrow. Mate, I'm excited for you. I'm excited. What's the big feature in the Kyoto one? Because they normally have like a big like feature within most of them, don't they? Each one has their own kind of thing that they have. I hope you have a lot of fun though, mate, and pick up some cool stuff if you're looking for anything. Did you find the shiny Mareep and Hot Gold? No, Timeless Wonder. I wanted to do the Deoxys hunt. That was going to be what we're doing today, but Riley floated the idea yesterday of maybe doing the Soul Silver shiny hunt with the Deoxys alongside it. So that's what we're doing today. We will go back to Hot Gold, Soul Silver. But if we can get rid of the Soul Silver cart and maybe get a shiny in the games, in this game today, it would be good because then we can just move on to the Mareep hunt and just have that going on one console, which would be nice going forward. So but no, the Mareep is still waiting to be found. Mars Shadow shiny is terrible. Yeah, it's not the best, Andy. It's like when teachers grade tests by throwing them in the air next to the bed. The ones that land on the floor get crappy shiny. Yeah, it's like, yeah, which one? Blah. Which generation get good shinies this time around? Giratina is great. Managed to get a shiny origin version in Pogo when those raids were in. Wow, Rich, that's amazing, mate. It is such a nice shiny, isn't it? And sick. As a Manchester United fan, I was happy with the results last night. Ah, mate, we shouldn't be. We need our English teams to get further in the league so we get like extra spots in Europe and stuff. Them all going out now has ruined our chances of getting an extra Champions League spot in the Premier League. So I think it will only be 4 this year now, which is not ideal because Newcastle aren't getting 4th. So it'll be 4th, 5th will be Europa League, and 6th will be Conference, which is not ideal. And there'll be no 7th place, I think. So Man United's hope will be FA Cup now, won't it? I think. Are you in the final against City? Well, that's going to be tough now that they're out of the Champions League. Watching Osirus would be cool, not going to lie. One of my favorite shinies is Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is a brilliant shiny. I do love Ho-Oh. It was really nice catching it recently in the Ultra Wormholes. Getting that shiny felt good. Shiny Koraidon catchable. Kaluza, no. It's likely probably going to be a mystery gift some point down the line before we get Gen 10, but it's not. It's shiny locked at the moment. Pokemon Shiny Hunter, I can copy it. Homework. Pokemon Designer, yeah, just change it a little. Color the eyes different, yeah. Leave it to me, I'll do it. It's like one little speck of difference in the whole design. Yeah, it's shiny, look. It's different. I wonder who does the concepts for the shinies, because no way they'd be like, okay, one shade different wouldn't hurt, right? Yeah, it's definitely not down to the artists of the Pokemon, I don't think, you know? Unless there's a really good reason why the shiny's so similar, you know? But yeah, I feel like the artists that come up and design these Pokemon, you know, I think they would be like, nah, we want to, yeah, what variation can we have on these? I feel like the artists would make them way different. What happened with that fella chatter? That shiny hunting Chenpao. How's the progress go? We don't have an update on it. Yeah, we need Professor Oak to chime in. They'll have to give us an update. I know it was like 100k resets last we heard for the Chenpao, but I don't know how that's been going recently. But maybe Professor Oak caught the Chenpao, although I think probably would have said if that was the case. Professor Oak, unless Liverpool win the Europa League, then you get an extra spot, right? Yeah, I think, yeah, that might be it, Professor Oak, where they have to win the Europa League, which is not looking good now, because what they got absolutely thumped off Atlanta, didn't they? Yeah, so I mean, it's Liverpool, right, with Klopp. I feel like if there's any team that could do it, they could turn it around. So maybe What's the best shiny legendary luck you've ever had? As in least amount of encounters to one. Ooh, I've had some really low ones with the ultra wormholes. Like, nothing crazy, but nothing like sub 100, but I've had like some of them must be like 150 to 200. I'm pretty sure that the Rayquaza or the Giratina that we got was very early. Like, we didn't do many resets for those, so they were pretty low. I mean, you could look at the Celebi as well that we got in Crystal. I think that was like 1,000-ish, 1,300 resets, which is pretty crazy considering the odds are like 1 in 8,000, you know. So they're probably some of the luckiest ones. I've never really had any like crazy luck. I mean, the Geodude that we got in our Hot Gold shiny only Nuzlocke, that was like 150 like encounters for shiny Geodude, which was like absolutely nuts. Not a legendary Pokemon, of course, but yeah, that was nice. Wait, you can shiny hunt Chenpao. No, don't get us wrong. It's just it's a running joke that we have in the chat that Professor Oak he's on 125k resets. No, don't misunderstand. We just have a goof around about that. It's not. Don't go on shiny hunt Chenpao for real. You will be there forever and you will never find it. Be worse than this Soul Silver copy that we've got. Yeah, Callum, the Geodude that we got was so quick. I couldn't believe it. It was such a good... That was such a good stream. Getting the Chikorita and then starting the gameplay and then getting the Geodude was great. First, a shiny Dunsparce I caught evolved into 3 segment. Wow, Nomiti, that's amazing. I still have not managed to get one in my copy of Scarlet and Violet yet, so that is awesome to hear. It's nice when you get the luck like that sometimes, isn't it? While exploring Kitakami for the first time, I found a shiny Cramorant just randomly. Then, like 20 minutes later, I found a shiny Growlithe. Wow. 2 awesome finds. Shiny Cramorant. I like shiny Cramorant. As much as I'm not a big fan of Cramorant, the Pokemon, I like its shiny form. It's a very... They put a lot of time into that. That was a morning shiny decision, I feel. Did you end up doing the time calc for how long you've been running this? No, I'll do it, David, for... when we get back to the shiny Oni Nuzlocke. We'll include the time that we've taken today though, but I thought because we're doing the Deoxys today it might complicate things because it's not really involved in the whole process. Geodude seems like it was a month ago. I feel like it was. I'm pretty sure there are some people hunting Chenpao out there. Oh mate, don't. It makes me sad. It makes me cry a little bit that people are trying to get it. They've seen a picture of it online and like they don't know. They're like, it will shine eventually. I'm a true shiny hunter. It's like, oh, it's never gonna shine. It's never gonna shine for you. Javier, how are you doing, mate? Great to see you. I hope you're having a great Thursday, my friend, and thanks so much for joining us today. Just call me Luca. It's nothing. I'm at 1,200,000 resets for Zygarde and Pokemon X. I hope you're joking, Luca. I was just shiny hunting. Noivern caught 4 of the wrong shinies that wasn't even in the outbreak. I love that. Wow. Which shinies were they? It's nice to get 4 random ones as well. Hope we get the Noivern soon though. Update, I got the Noivern. Nice. That's awesome. Very quick turnaround there. That's 5 shinies in a very short amount of time. That's what we like to hear. Is it bad that I haven't purchased the DLC for Scarlet yet? Just more nostalgic for the older games. Hence my other shiny Roma hunt for Hot Gold for Raikou and Entei. That's not bad. I mean, you can purchase it. It's probably worth doing to get some of the event stuff. Like the epilogue. I don't know when the epilogue would end. It's just, it would be sad to miss that event if it's running. I don't know if you can actually get the epilogue and just have it waiting for when you've done the DLC. You could probably do that without buying the DLC, I would imagine. There is probably someone who passed by the stream, heard the joke and decided to go for it. Don't say that, mate. That makes me feel terrible. They were like, Osirus said in his chat that you could get it. Yeah, just came in briefly, heard that one line and were like straight to reset, start a new playthrough so they could hunt Chen Pao because they'd already caught it in their main game. Love it so much. Zachary M, 30k resets on Chen Pao. What? Don't say this, mate. Make me feel terrible. This is why we go on. This is why we're on a shiny drought. There's some Timmy's out there. Little Timmy is out there, soft resetting in front of the shrine for Chen Pao, thinking that Chen Pao is going to shine. It all because we were just having a joke on stream, and it's actually this is why we're cursed. We've cursed ourselves. It's like karma coming back round. Poor little Timmy wasting time. All because of a joke that went horribly wrong. I actually wonder what the point of shiny locking those exclusive Pokemon. Like, there's currently no ways to get them shiny legally. Why even bother making the shiny version? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, don't put the... I guess the data has to be in the game for when they do a mystery gift, right? But yeah. Poor Timmy and Tommy. Timmy and Tommy. Reap what we sow. Well, that's it. Yeah, we deserve what we get, really, for that. If that is the case, and little Timmy sitting there, especially if little Timmy started a new game as well, just for the fact that they'd already caught Chen Pao in their main playthrough. add another 20 hours onto that time of all the resets. They're 15k resets deep at the minute, still going strong. Timmy is one of those people that brings one of the ruinous Pokemon into the online raids. He deserves it. Oh, that's mean. He might not know about raids. He might just be... He needs teaching. Needs cultivating and learning. How can we fix the wrongs that we've done? Too much bad juju from Osirus stream. How far we've fallen. Tiny Timmy from Charles Dickens' Christmas Story. Making me feel even worse. Never melt ice. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Having a good day. And thanks for joining the stream as always. Maybe you are the exact person to come in that we need to see something sparkle today. I'm resetting my Scarlet copy right now. Going on that hunt. See you on the other side. Good luck, mate. Hopefully you get it nice and early. 2,420 resets to go, Ken. Yeah, shiny locking it, like, it creates like FOMO around stuff, doesn't it? Like the hunts for the Pokemon. So it's nice. Like, can you imagine the pop-off people are going to have when Victini's finally available to hunt shiny? I guess that's one of the reasons why they do it, but they never seem to really drop things. Like, it would be a great time right now in Scarlet and Violet when everything's, you know, there's not as much gameplay. Like, they can see how many people are interacting with the raids and stuff like that. There's probably not as much traffic going into the games and playing them as there was like 6 months ago, right? So a good way to get people back into the games, like they want people playing the games and stuff like that, would be to have an event for one of these shiny mythical Pokemon. And then you could say, all right, the reason for them shiny locking is in these drought periods, you know, it's an opportunity for them to drop them in game and bring people to play the games when there's not much else going on, you know. But they don't seem to do that. It's pretty crazy, unless that is the plan and they just that department are too busy with beer o'clock. I don't know. Doop doo doop boop boo. Shadow Glimmer and Live Stage, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a great Thursday. Thanks so much for joining the stream with us. Picks, oh, you didn't catch it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, doesn't happen on stream. It never happens at all. All these legendaries that I caught recently, that not in the like 4 weeks that we've had this drought for, since the Geodude. I feel like that's the last shiny we really got. I mean, there was probably a couple of odd ones from the Dynamax Adventure raids I think that we've had, but I don't know if I really count those. We've just had nothing recently. Kyle, are you happy with Iron Valiant's current shiny? I mean, it's not the best. I don't really think a lot of the future Paradox Pokemon shinies are that great, to be honest. Iron Bundle's not terrible, but I just feel like they could have done a lot more with them than what they have, you know? If they wanted us to play, they wouldn't have locked legendaries. That would have given a lot of... Yeah, I mean, that is the key, the thing, yeah. It's almost like they don't want us to play Scarlet and Violet anymore. They're like, stop playing this game, it's bust. It's bust beyond belief. And we haven't got the resources to fix anything, so just stop playing it, please. We've locked the shiny legendary, locked the legendary, so they've got no reason to go back in now. Go play a game that runs a bit better. It's probably the whole thinking there. Making some homemade vegetable soup for dinner tonight. Gonna get into the slug on break. Very nice. Wow, that sounds great. Do you have like crusty bread with it? Buttered bread with it? Or just a crusty roll or something like that? I can't have soup with something without like having something like that. So good. So good. They want I still want to see a YouTube short of your reaction to the shiny from Heart Gold. I do need to do. I'm such a backlog with like shorts and reaction videos because we've got right back up until like that Celebi really, which we need to go through all of those because we got the Giratina, the Rayquaza, we got the Xerneas that we got, the Celebi. There's a lot of them, yeah, that we've got that we could go through. I think the Celebi one would be a nice one to do as well. And then from today we'll have the Cyndaquil or the Totodile and the Deoxys as well. Here's a question for you, friends. Here's a question for you. If we get the Chikorita in Soul Silver, do we reset and carry on? Because it's not the one we want, right? Do we just reset it and carry on for the Totodile? Or the Cyndaquil, yeah. I'd love to, but trying to be healthier, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, Kaylee. Yeah. Healthy means nothing tasty. That's not true. That's not true. Riley, up to 2,111 counters on phase 5 for the Goose. I'm up to over 26,000 total encounters on this one. Oh, I'm gonna dupe this Goose and ribbon him up once I finally get it. Don't blame me, mate. 26,000 encounters. It puts the fear into my just hearing that gives me the chills for the Marie punt, you know. No, we keep it and trade it away to Timmy to say sorry. Okay, we do that. Does anyone know about the price range of a pre-owned shield cartridge in USD? We'll convert it to local currency, wanting to buy one so I can do shiny hunts and sword. I have no idea how much a second hand. I would say around like £20 would be probably what the going rate would be, but I'm not too sure. First you trade it over to another game, then reset. Yes, that sounds like a good game. Yeah, I mean, throwing away a shiny after it's taken so long to get would be pretty ludicrous, really, wouldn't it? I think reset and carry on for a better one. Kaylee, going straight for the jugular, like, nah, throw it away, bin it. Bin it. Reset and carry on, I guess. You can just keep going until you reach Deoxys shiny. Reset or swap it if it is better IVs. I think you should keep it and just use silver as a shiny hunt companion for gold. That's not a bad idea either, to be honest. The double playthrough through the whole story. For Soul Silver shiny hunts, are you going for odds? Are you planning to do Q-Charm method? Oh man, no. So this is like full odds. We decided. So we basically, I don't know if you're aware, but we are doing a shiny only hardcore Nuzlocke run of Hot Gold. We started with 2 copies of the game and we reset on both of them for a shiny starter, and whichever one we got the shiny starter in, we said that would be the game that we go through and start to play with. So we got Chikorita about 3-4 weeks ago, and then we got shiny Geodude as well. We're currently going from a reap in that, but because we've done so many resets on the Soul Silver copy at the time, we said, right, we'll continue with this one. We should get the shiny starter soon. That has not proved to be the case. We're nearly double the amount of resets since that time, and still going strong. So we're trying to get the shiny starter on this one, and then we'll trade it over to Hard Gold, Soul Silver, and then the plan is to kind of continue the Mareep hunt to get that one, and then go from there and play through the game and try and beat it without losing any Pokemon and winning with shiny Pokemon. So we wanted to do the Deoxys hunt today, which we've been doing for a while. So kind of not to do the Deoxys just by itself. We thought we'd do the shiny starter hunt alongside it that we've already kind of been doing on the channel. So maybe we see something shine today, maybe we don't. Reset or swap it if it has better IVs. I just want to see shiny Totodile. If I'm completely honest, I just want shiny Totodile. Lumpy, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I hope you're well. Hey, people still get Petulant. I haven't completed the DLC yet. Yes, the Petulant event is still, the epilogue event is still available for you to download and add to your game. Because I don't think there was an end date to that. But is Deoxys shiny locked in Oras? Yes, Callum, it is, yeah. Which is really unfortunate, because that would have been a cool one to hunt it in, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would have been really cool. No resets. No, we don't want to select you. We want to have a look at your brethren. Well, it's time for work, so I've got to go. Have a great day. Best of luck, James. Thank you so much. And I know Danny came in before, and I don't know if I said hello to Danny. And I'm trying to read through these, and it's just popped into my brain. Danny was in the chat. Danny, if you're still around, I hope you're having a great start to your Thursday. Sorry for missing your message just before, but thanks as always for coming by the stream, and I hope you're doing all right. And hopefully we see this shine soon. Nothing again from the Soul Silver. It's Picture and Part 2 of the DLC, or is it its own event? It's its own event. So you need to do, you would need to have finished everything. You need to do Kitakami, Indigo Disc, and then you can access the epilogue after that. I feel like we will hit 10,000 resets with these shiny starters. I really do. I think it's just gonna, I just feel like it's gonna continue go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I thought it might be different today because we've left this. This is the cursed 3DS that I've never had a shiny Pokemon on this. I feel like this is the cursed one, where this DS has always really been like very well behaved. We've had a lot of nice shinies on this DS, and it's never had any problems. But I feel like since that one came into the household, I've had nothing but bad juju. It's yeah, I'm here just trying to get out of bed. Doing a lot with the 2 games. Thanks, Danny. Well, I hope you're having a nice easy morning, and I felt exactly the same this morning trying to get up. I was like, no, I want to sleep longer. Surprised Wolf won that last tournament thing. Surprised? How? Wolf's... Well, I'm not surprised. Honestly, Wolf, I'm telling you, I think he might win Worlds this year. Big claim, but I think he might. I think he's just gonna do it. Really do. I believe. He might have a bad NAIC, and that's fine, but I think he'd go strong into Worlds. I think that would probably do him, like, be more beneficial having a bad NAIC, and then coming off that feeling like you've got something to work on to prove, and then going into Worlds and just having a stormer. That would be my bet. That's where my money's gone. If there was money going on anyone this year. Hawaii. Kyle. Ha. That's very kind of you, mate. Maybe next season when I'm not anywhere near up to any sort of good standard play wise this year. Casting has definitely been a priority for me more this year than playing. I don't know if I would do well if I played a tournament at the minute. I wouldn't feel very confident. I don't put much work into like actually playing or building teams or anything like that as much as I would like to do. But next season, I tell you, the return will return, and we will compete in any competitions I can do. Coin, how are you doing? I hope you're well, having a great day, and thanks so much for joining the stream with us this afternoon now it is, or whatever time of day it is where you are. I was late getting up today, lol, not gonna be productive day. Oh mate, I like those days sometimes where it's just like, yeah. It's already a write-off, so may as well just make the most of a lazy day. It's always a good excuse. Hello, how are you doing? Here in America, I just saw a yellow school bus. This is your sign. Shiny Deoxys is soon. I hope you're right. That is the sign that we need. I like it. Thank you, mate. Ken. Oh, mate. You know what? I've never played Wolf in an official tournament before. It's we've played in, you know, we've been in world championships together, but we never bumped into each other at those events. I'd love to play Wolf in an official tournament. It's always like one of those things where you like kind of like look forward to playing the big players, you know, see how you can do against them. But yeah, I wouldn't stand any chance against Wolf at the minute, not in this current format. Especially with all of us backing you and coming up with strategy. But that could work, Ken. That could work. I appreciate that. The sentiment though there, mate. It'd be surprising if Lee was competing. Mate. You guys. Too kind. No, I'm telling you though, I think Wolf will win Worlds this year though. That's where my money is going. I'm calling it early as well. Who eats crayons in chat? Coin. Maybe only you. Maybe only you. Mr. Holbrookie, 7,608 shiny incoming. I hope you're right, mate. We're only 3 away, so again, if it is anywhere near this number, we're gonna nickname it after you. Or if anyone else wants to have a little guess, and you're close to the number that we actually get it on, of course, that will be the nickname that we'll give out to the shiny when it does show its face. Can't wait till I get the shiny charm in PLA. I'm slightly over 50% of the dex research level 10, but do have all 242 registered. Nice, Kyle. Good luck on finishing that dex and getting the shiny charm. It is a bit of a grind, but it is so worth it when you manage to get the shiny charm, and it makes such a difference as well. The anti-productive day, the best kind of day, Lumpy. Thursday, you're allowed to have those kind of days later in the week, I feel. Bosh. How much does casting overlap into gameplay for you, Lee, when seeing plays for some players make or certain mon step ups? Does that translate into better play for you? I know after watching I play better. I guess it's like any event, right? If you're in a format, for me, you know, I always feel like even if I don't do well at a tournament, right, you inevitably not doing well at a tournament means you're watching the finals, so you're watching higher caliber level players. So I feel like inevitably you're always going to come out of those situations feeling like you've got a way better understanding of how that particular format works and what some of the roles of those Pokemon have within the format and why they're used so much, you know. So I guess in a way it's always good, like casting, you know, especially an event, because even though you're not playing, you're getting a way bigger overview of the field and the format in general than you would be if you were kind of playing the tournament where you could run into, you know, 6 of the same 7 teams for the whole event, you know. So yeah, I guess it definitely does help. I guess coming into Regulation F, I think was LATAM the first event in that. I think that was a big help for me coming into Regulation F because I watched the entire event from start to finish, you know. So yeah, it definitely helps me. I don't know about playing though. I think you can't really beat just good hard like practice with your team as well to get familiar with it, you know. But I guess that's a different kind of angle to look at it. Like, I would say shiny will appear as 7777 because it's the ultimate lucky number. Gentle, I love it. I hope it does. That would be so fitting. The ultimate lucky number. Yeah, no, look, it's a shame that they kept us in the Darkrai when it comes to any access to the new mythicals natively BDSP nowadays. Yeah, I agree completely with that. Cal, once again, the Velocify is crying about Wolf. I just now remembered to go snoop. Oh god, that guy needs to get a hobby. He needs to get a hobby. I mean, what's he saying now? I mean, the hack checks at events now are like so rigid. I just can't see there being anything to like complain about. Surely he's happy about that, but I mean, it's not really the focus of his whole ethics, is it? He's a clout chaser, and he's the Simon Cowell of the Pokemon world, but without having the success, I guess, you know, where you shout louder than anyone about something that's a bit controversial and it creates a stir, gets people's backs up, gets people triggered, you get more interaction through it. That's what he bases his whole success on. I'm sorry, but I just feel like it's so negative. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. If you don't like what people are doing, just carry on, do your own thing. Let them do what they are doing, you know? It's not affecting them in any way. I don't understand it, but it must be so draining. It must take so much effort to carry on doing stuff like that. Like, why don't he participate or and all that crap? What's this? Oh, right. Okay. Why he doesn't participate? Yeah, but he claims he's a really good VGC player as well, and that is the biggest lie I've ever heard in my life, because I think the guy has went to one tournament ever and he bombed out of it. So, I mean, he's got no results to back up, no finishes to back up any of these claims. Best VGC player, best Pokemon player in the world. Like, what tournament? And winning a tournament that you arranged yourself with only you playing in it does not count, I feel, as a result. But that's my opinion on it. I just don't like the negativity on it all. I just think, just like I say, you know, it's fine to have an opinion about things, but when you create like stirs in the community, it does no one any favors. Exactly, Ken. Best not to give those people any attention. Yeah, that is exactly all about. It's the same with TCG, being a judge and watching some of the players, especially the top ones. It helps a great deal to understand strategies, players that you never even thought of. Yeah, Mr. Holbrocky, guess they're like, you're in an even better position where you're seeing way more, because like on stream we only get selected games throughout the weekend, you know. Whereas being a judge, I guess you're only seeing selected games because you're like judging primarily, especially if you're like stage judge, like you're getting the same sort of stuff as what we're getting. But if you're, you know, out on the floor, there's be so many different games going on, and yeah, it's really good for that sort of thing. Yeah, no, don't apologize, Kyle. It's fine, mate. It's fine. Don't ever apologize for bringing it up. It's always relevant to talk about. Good to talk about these things, but don't feel like you have to apologize for anything, mate, at all. It's fine. Simon Cowell, VGC. It is. He's always reminding me of that. But I mean, yeah. I mean, like I say, my guy, go and get a hobby. Go do something more constructive. No, the guy's obviously got a talent for like content creation. It's just channeling it in a really bad direction, you know? Like, just channel it in a better direction. But everyone's free to do what they want, I guess. I came across his profile on Twitter once and blocked him because he was so negative about whatever the topic was. I didn't even know. I mean, that's the remit, right? I mean, you just go against the grain with what the general populace say about something. You go against the grain, and you rely on upsetting people and triggering people, and it's all based off like negativity, right? That's the whole remit of that whole profile. I do wonder sometimes, is it like is it an actual him as that is him, right? Or is it a character that he's cultivated and he in person is nothing like that, you know? Is it just a character that he uses? And I mean, if it is a character and it's all character based and it's all just to be that one person to ignite and get those, spark that negativity, spark those like conflicts that you get online, then it's a very smart thing to do. But again, it's not really a cool thing to do because yeah, you're upsetting people a lot of the time. But yeah, the boy who cried wolf. There's a video thumbnail title for you straight away, right? The boy that cried wolf. But I mean, the other thing is, you know, you've made it big time when Felicify is making videos about you. You've hit the big time, baby. So it's a good gauge with how you're doing in the content creation world. He's making videos about you. You know you know you've got a buck to your name. Thankfully, we fly right under the radar. We're not anywhere near that. We got a nice little community here. We're fine. All of us just here, just doing our own thing, minding our own business. We'll be fine. I got myself a tea this morning to go with my breakfast. All out of coffee. Oh, mate. After my mug broke yesterday, spilled all the water mate, that is an absolute nightmare. I'm not laughing at you, mate. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I really, you need to have a coffee delivery, mate. We need to arrange. Can you get just coffee delivered? We should arrange it for you. Rich, glad it wasn't just me then. Can't deal with unnecessary drama equally. Don't like being an echo chamber. But it wasn't making any sense. Exactly, mate. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. But which one is it? That one, isn't it? Moving on from this chat, when do we think we will hear more about ZA? Well, Callum, interestingly, we had that like kind of supposed leak yesterday about the it was like the Pokemon conference that's meant to be happening in May, where they're going to talk about supposedly Pokemon Works, and then they're going to have more details about ZA. In the leak itself, it said there wouldn't be any actual gameplay footage. It seemed very genuine to me, like with a lot of the information that they were talking about. They didn't claim to know a lot, but they were just saying that this sort of information was going to come out. They were talking about some megas that they were going to talk about coming into ZA, but no gameplay footage just yet. And then they were also going to announce the Gen 5 remake, which is part of the Pokemon Works kind of project that's going on at the minute. So maybe May does feel like a kind of you know, a reasonable time, I think, since we've had Pokemon Day to get some sort of news, you know. So I would say probably soon. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know. May seems like a good time to do it, because then if we have one in May, then we could have another like Pokemon Presents late July. Then we'll have the Worlds stuff in August. I have no idea what they're gonna do for Worlds, because they normally reveal something at Worlds right in the closing ceremony, but who knows what it will be this year, because if we've got no game coming out, then I feel it's kind of weird to do any sort of touch upon Pokemon ZA when, you know, we might not have even had any gameplay footage by that stage. I mean, that they might show gameplay footage there, but who knows. Yeah, but what about you? What do you think? 21 more likes to go, by the way. Let's get to that 100 again. Mr. Holbrook, thank you so much for pushing the train on that, and as well as everyone else with it as well. That really is appreciated. And thanks for all the likes that we've had so far and the support on the stream today, friends. But yeah, I really hope you get a sick mug like one with Taylor Swift. We need to get Riley a new mug, and it has to be a TBF mug, True Buffy fan. That's what we need to get Riley. True Buffy fan. That's that. TBF. Actually, I would love a TBF shirt as well, really, and a mug. Seriously, think we'll get 2 starters in ZLA like we did for X and Y? Maybe, yeah. It makes sense to, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think we will. Maybe get the... You know, I think if they decide... They could have a pattern where if they decide that they want to give mega forms to the Kalos starters, the X and Y starters, then they could be the second set of starters that we get in those games. Because the Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise were our second starters in X and Y, and they were the starters that got the Mega Evolutions, right? Outside of Blaziken. So, I like that idea a lot, and it's something that you could go, but is it too obvious for Game Freak to be like, that's too obvious, people are going to guess that that's what we're going to do, so we'll do something completely different to that. I feel like that's something that they could also do at the same time, just totally curveball us, you know, like they normally like to try and do. What if they release it on the 4th of May to stir things up? Yeah, May. May the 4th be with you. Oh, is your favorite mug? Oh, mate, that makes me sad. What was the mug? Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some more ZA news, though. It'll be nice. I think with Korokoro releasing stuff like about it, it kind of maybe signals that we could get something soon, potentially. But who knows, you know? Pokemon have got they'll have their own schedule that they'll be going off. That's that. May is my favorite character from the anime, to be honest. May is a great character. May is a brilliant character. I agree with you there. I do like Liko though, you know, from the new anime series. I think Liko's a really cool character. Murdoch as well. Can't wait to watch Fallout with the with mods after I finish this vanilla story. Mate, I think they've confirmed season 2 already, haven't they, of the series? No shiny again. Again. I wonder if we'll see. I wonder what the general consensus is. Do most people think we are going to see the Deoxys shine before we see one of these shiny starters in Soul Silver? It feels like one of those things where we could do the Soul Silver with every single other shiny hunt that we ever do. And I wonder how many other shinies we would get before getting one of these shiny starters. Liko plot armor puts Ash to shit. Yeah, exactly, mate. I agree completely with that. Kyle, and Torchic is my first starter as well. Weren't aware of Torchic being a Pokemon until after I started watching the Gen 3 animes, sometime after I started Sapphire many years ago. Torchic's a great starter Pokemon. Imagine having a Blaziken in real life. If Pokemon were real, Blaziken can be an absolute monster. Nothing special, just a nice porcelain mug with a white exterior, black interior. It was a perfect size for a cup of coffee or tea, slightly bigger than average. Mate, I'm very sorry, mate. It makes me quite sad to hear that. Right, I can't press the button on this one because I've just pressed it. Mustard Deoxys. Right, there we go. Okay, we're good. Professor, gotta head out for a bit. Hope you get the shiny soon. Thank you, mate. And have a great rest of your day if I don't speak to you in between, my friend. But thanks as always for coming out to the stream. And great to see you as always. hopefully, like you say, we do get the shiny. Be nice if we do. Come back and we've got the Deoxys sitting there on the screen. Or we've got Totodile on the screen. Strong Farm, thank you so much for the subscribe. Really appreciate it. If you're joining us on the stream today, I hope you have a great time for however long you can sit around. Might restart Alpha Sapphire since I didn't get that far into it, and choose May. Do it, Kyle. It's a great game. Some great shiny hunts in those games as well, especially for the legendaries. Sarah's still going with the hunt. I remember you got Chikorita the day I gifted the membership, and it ends today, lol. Hope you get it soon. Psych, thank you so much for that as well. Really appreciate it. Still going with the Soul Silver hunt. We're going for the Deoxys today, just as a bit of a change up, but continuing the Soul Silver because that is being so stubborn. But I can't believe it's crazy that is then 4 weeks then. That's crazy, isn't it? Absolute bonkers that we're still going for this shiny starter. I know we had a week off pretty much because of EUIC, but still. Yeah, the odds are the same on both games. Which is crazy when you think about it, like, you know, that there's no change in the odds between Leaf Green and Soul Silver, even though there's a lot of time difference between the games. For them both, yeah. Big fat odds of 1 in 8,192, which is just mad, isn't it? Those odds. We are nearly at full odds though for the shiny starters, which is mad because you're checking 3 at a time, so it should really be a lot less for the shiny starters, but nonetheless. Kyle, you wouldn't want that, mate. I'd be a terrible leader. Though I guess I could just appoint smarter people to make the better decisions for me. So that might be the way to do it. The hand formation that Deoxys Sprite in Fire Red Leaf Green always freaked me out as a kid, still does. What, they're coming to grab you? Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like it's coming for you, especially with when you know a little bit more about Deoxys as well. It's a bit of a freaky Pokemon. I'll get a mug with my face on it. We can send it to him. Lumpy, do it, please. I will pay for you to do that. I will send you the money to do that, and then we can send it to Riley. You know what would be a better idea though? Would be get your face printed in the bottom of the mug, so that every time you finish anything, there's just you staring back up with a really big smile, drinking me down. This is the second save file, yeah, Matt. So we did reset, which was maybe in hindsight a bit of a bad idea, but it's at the same time it worked for Hard Gold Soul Silver. So yeah, this is the second save file for Soul Silver since you started the hunt, isn't it? Yeah, I mean we could start a new one again, really. I'm honestly open to just doing whatever it takes for this, but it's always that hindsight that you have to look back at and be like, was that the right thing to do? And if we get, you know, deeper into the run again, it's like, would we have got the shiny if we just kept the initial save? And it's all those bonkers things that go through your head when you're resetting and resetting and resetting, you know? Destiny, Deoxys, and Pokemon Ranger movies are both my top faves. I've seen there's an account on X at the minute that's uploading like the Pokemon movies, like full-length Pokemon movies to X, and they're like doing a new one every single day. Can't be legal, but I mean they're there and you can watch the whole movie on X, which is crazy to me. They haven't been, I don't know if they've been taken down, they might have been, but yeah, Yeah, I think, which one was it that I saw last? Just when you've mentioned the Deoxys movie, Pokemon Ranger movie as well, that just like brought that up. Game Boyd, how are you doing? I hope you're well and having a great day. Thanks so much for joining the stream today. Maybe you can bring us a little bit of shiny luck, but I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday regardless. And really appreciate you coming in and joining the gang while we continue our hunts for these very difficult and stubborn shinies this morning. Oh wait, who would do that? You should send me there so I can make sure they stop. So what, Riley, you're telling me that you wouldn't want a mug with Lumpy's face in the bottom of it every time you finish your nice cup of tea or your cup of coffee in the morning? You're greeted with a smiling thumbs up. I think you would put a token thumbs up there as well in the picture, so it would be like a head and a thumb. We can get like a full series of them. We could do them for the whole chat. We could get one made up. We could have you could have the whole chat's faces and like a mug set almost. Hope so. Hot Gold Soul Silver is my favorite Pokemon game. Is there a specific one that you're hoping for? I would really like Cyndaquil if we could get it. Totodile or Cyndaquil are the ones that I would like. Poor Chikorita. But we've been doing a hardcore shiny only Nuzlocke run in Hot Gold. We got the Chikorita, we got the Geodude, but when we started the shiny hunt, originally we started with 2 consoles, so we were resetting at the same time. And we said whichever one we got the shiny in, we'd go forward in. So that ended up being Hard Gold Soul Silver with the Chikorita. But we said we'd done so many resets on the Soul Silver up to that point. Let's carry on with it, try and get another shiny starter. And then once we do, we'll transfer it over to that game. But as we stand, we're still not any closer to getting the shiny in this one. So hopefully it happens soon. If there was one that I would like to get for the run over on Hard Gold, I would say I really would like us to get the Cyndaquil, because it just covers that fire type that we want. But I would be happy with either the Totodile or the Cyndaquil, to be honest. A giant bearded man is an excellent breakfast companion. It would be like we're drinking tea together. Where they stare into your soul from the bottom of your teacup. Mate, we need to go into business. The Lumpy Mug. That's what we'll call it. Lumpy Mugs. The Lumpy Mug Co. Squirtle Squad filter superimposed on the face. That's on the mug. Yeah. We've scared Riley off. Oh no, he's still there. Check my second message, Lee. Got a plan. Got a plan. Where is it? I need to go back for this. I'll need a mug with everyone's mug on it. Lee, Lumpy, oh, Callum, Vina. All the regulars for sure. Okay, we do it. We do it. All the regulars. The member mug with every mug. As part of the membership, you get included on the mug. Part of your membership, you get included on the mug photo. And then we sell the mug, and we all split the profits. The lug mug. Kayla, we definitely need a shiny soon. You got another Chikorita, why not do giveaway? I am open to doing a giveaway for the shiny Chikorita. It would just be, I'd have to transfer it up to Scarlet and Violet to do the giveaway for it, I think, because we can't do an online giveaway for it now because the online support for these games has finished. So I'd have to trade it up through bank and home and then do that. But yeah, I'm happy to do that for sure. I think that would be a nice little thing to do to one of you that come out to the streams. You could do a random raffle selection giveaway, do a wheel of fortune, put you all in there, draw it, see who gets it. That one and that one. It's a Lego user group mug. Yes. Poker Classic for Gen 4 and 5 traded on GTS and Soul Silver last night. Really? Huh. I thought it was all meant to be done. All meant to be done. It's not true then. It's still alive. For $99.99 a month, you can have a mug set with all of the members. Yeah, for only $99.99. Have whichever drinking companion you want in the morning. Fancy waking up with Lumpy? Get your Lumpy mug out. Make a tea and drink it down together. Want an early riser? Get your Riley mug out. Or an afternoon chamomile tea with Professor Oak. We've got the advert down. It's down. We're sorted for this. For the small price of $99.99. You can also be included on the mug. The membership mug. There we go. We've got it. $200 doors worth it. Yeah, we just sell it like... You could start it off. Have you ever wanted a bearded man in your life? Well, look no further now. Join our membership. You can have coffee, tea, or even hot chocolate with this bearded man every morning. Have a little bit of a sip and then have the camera zooming in on the mug and just you there. There we go. We've got it down. We know what we're doing here. Take over the world. The mug scheme. No, we don't want Chikorita. We don't want you. Not that we don't want you, but we don't want you. The membership mugs are going to sell out quickly. If you order now, we can't do this all day. We'll throw in a jar of cheese whiz. We'll throw in a complimentary jar of cheese whiz for the first 500 orders. And for 10 of you lucky people, you can enter the prize draw for one of our special limited edition Cheese Whiz t-shirts. The fun we could have. The fun we could have. Time for a cup of Yorkshire's finest and hot chocolate hobnob. Rich, you'd have to be on there, mate. We need a mug of you. The Darlow edition. We do want you, Shiny Chikorita. Kyle, we don't want Shiny Chikorita. We definitely don't. I'm sorry. We've got Shiny Chikorita. If it's Shiny Chikorita, I'm going to be... I don't know. It's going to be a sad Shiny to get. It's going to be the worst Shiny reaction. Every mug comes with a bottle of American Fanta because it's the best color, yeah. This deep orange. We do want Chikorita sibling. I mean, no, I can't get behind it. We don't want Chikorita. We want one of the other two. I'm happy getting the shiny Chikorita, but we already did it, so it makes it kind of worse. We're all a family. I mean, we will cherish Chikorita. It's, yeah. It is never an unwanted child, but... Sergio, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Right, Sergio. I'm gonna go with Hal Jordan, Green Lantern Corps. There we go. Is that a cop-out? I feel like it might be a bit of a cop-out. I told you. First thing, hope you're well, Sergio. You're missing some great chat here. We're starting a mug membership business, and all the mugs will have pictures of all the members in the bottom. You can get like different ones. So when you're drinking your coffee in the morning, at the bottom of the mug, there'll be a picture of, like, you know, say Lumpy will be at the bottom of the mug when you're drinking, just smiling up with a thumbs up at you. And if you order a mug for the measly cost of, you know, you have to join the higher tier membership for this. It's $99.99 a month, but you get a mug every month. You get a mug, and if you order like now, the offer is you order within the first 500 orders that we get, you get a free complimentary jar of Cheese Whiz as part of the membership program. So it's all good. You can think of some taglines for the advertising campaign for us. Where do we sign up for these mugs? Yeah. Imagine starting a mug membership and charging $100 a month for it. Man, what are these mugs made of? And using the membership's pictures as the whole it's a brilliant scheme. It's like the new pyramid scheme. Yeah. Get involved. Pay us $100 a month. You get a free mug with some other random person's face in it. And your face also gets put on random mugs that are sent to other people. But yeah. So we all drink tea and coffee in the mornings, or hot chocolate, or whatever beverage you would like. If you like Coca-Cola in the morning, you can drink Coca-Cola in the morning with another member. And together 24/7. It's only $1,200 a year for 12 mugs. Man, think about it. It's a good business plan. Hala is the best. TL, understandable. And I'd love to be a member. Sign me up. Cheese Whiz all the way. Get a complimentary jar of Cheese Whiz. And we'll do a draw for luck. If the luck, 30 members are going to get a Cheese Whiz t-shirt as well as part of this campaign. You could make the design for the mugs on site like Redbubble. Yeah, we could do. Yeah, we could do that. So it's like a print on demand thing. Let's just keep IKEA mugs with people's faces as stick on the bottom. Yeah, we'll just get like stickers and just bang them in. I missed the mug scheme. Sounds enticing. I'm in. Sold. Ah, yes, the American pastime of morning cup of Coke. The classic morning beverage. A nice glass of cold Coke in the morning. Nothing better to start your day than a glass of Coca-Cola. Should make the Debbie mugs. Yeah, we could have Debbie in the bottom of a mug. The Debbie mug, the Queen's mug. It's your birthday mug. Cheese Whiz is not a myth mug. Right, we just done that one as well. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, I'm losing track of these. What other odd beverage could you have as a classic morning drink? We can't throw alcohol into that. Like yeah, we can't have classic morning beverage of vodka. Doesn't have quite the same feel as a Coke beverage in the morning. My mother-in-law does a Diet Coke for breakfast every day. Wow, really? Oh, a Diet Coke for breakfast, straight out the fridge. Nice ice cold. I'm not a big fan of Diet Coke. It has a very unique taste to it. Hardcore with the Diet Coke in the morning. As much as you joke, I'm sure there is some wild mug subscription. Probably Caleb. Yeah. It's probably wilder than what we're even talking about. Like, we are joking about it, but or am I joking about it? Next month, membership scheme starts all over again. Monster Energy is my usual choice. Though, Diet Coke today. I don't know, like I feel like I don't know if I could drink. Coke is my first thing in the morning. I don't know, I rely on coffee so much, but it's kind of like I guess it's one of those things, right? If that's just what you do in the mornings, if that's your drink, you know, that's your go-to every day. Sure, if you did it a couple of times, you would just get into the swing of it. It's like I can't have like fruit juice in the mornings. I normally have water, which is like good, I guess, like water first thing, and then a coffee, then another coffee. But then I don't generally have another coffee after that. So like 2 coffees normally the limit on a day, which is good for the caffeine levels. But beer o'clock Nintendo designs not included. Yeah, beer o'clock mug, and then just be like a gold ingo at the bottom of the mug with "I'm sorry" written under it. Yeah, that's that one. Okay. I'm guilty of drinking an ice cold energy drink in the morning. Joy, nah, that with the Monster and the Red Bull. I used to chug a Red Bull most mornings when I was in uni. That would be my go-to. Never a coffee. Cold ice Red Bull. Very nice. Don't know if I could do it now though. Cyrus, who are those 3 people you are announcing the VGC with? So the person I cast with most, Costa, the bearded man, it's Costa Didamos, who is another fella EU caster. Then we had Lou Akdosh Kromi, who is very well known as my other partner in crime behind the casting desk, another EU caster. And then we had the pleasure of being joined by the lovely Sierra. I might have reset the wrong one. This is the one I need to reset. Yeah. Sierra Dawn Hunter from Canada, who is an NA caster. So they were ours. And obviously we had Charlie Merriman as our host as well. Charlie. So they were the casting crew for VG of the weekend. Don't get me to name every other game's casters though, because I'll not get all of them right. My eldest daughter walked into the front room this morning with a packet of crisps, was going to let her have them for breakfast. I'm a bad parent for telling her to put them back. Nah. No, mate. Not of the reasons I'm thinking of, because those crisps you were planning on having for breakfast. You're like, put them back. I'm having them. As soon as she leaves, you're like, yeah. Right. Where are those crisps? What did you do with them? I remember when we were in the States, when we were younger, the first time we went to Florida on a family holiday, and we were in a Ponderosa. And it was like the first time I'd ever experienced like a Ponderosa, and it was a brilliant experience. Still have fond memories of a Ponderosa right now, and I don't know if it's still any good because it was so many years ago, but they had an ice cream machine that was there, and I'm sure it wasn't included in the breakfast, but it was like a whippy machine, and it spat out like the whippy was like half vanilla and half chocolate, and I'd never seen this combination in my life, and I thought it was really cool. And there was no bowls for it, but you could kind of wedge one of the breakfast bowls sideways and still use the machine, which we were trying to do. And I remember sitting down and being like, is this all right to have for breakfast, this ice cream? And my mum was like, no, have some proper food. And my dad, who is not normally like this at all, the first time in our lives was like, yeah, go for it, have it, yeah, we're on holiday. I was like, no way. So we had, yeah, ice cream for breakfast, sprinkles, M&Ms, everything you can imagine on there, which is great. Chocolate sauce. Healthy way to start the day. I'm pretty sure we had ice cream for lunch as well. You used to get those like huge ice creams in some of the parks and stuff. Limited edition shiny mug of your mug. Yeah, the shiny mug. The shiny mug. Pick a special member for the day and that would be it. Thinking I was gonna let her have them for breakfast. Yeah, mate. Not gonna happen. Brian, I get up and the first thing I do is start a coffee. I could never do a soda in the morning. I'm pretty much like that. Yeah, Brian. I have like I drink down a load of water and then coffee is the first thing. How's the funding? How Lee is funding his trip to Worlds. The mug, yeah, the mug scheme. Get me to Hawaii. How am I going to get to Hawaii? If I don't get asked to cast, I need to have a harebrained scheme to get me there. The mugs are going to be it. The camera's in my house. Ha. Just got back from a 10-mile run. Wow, sick. Nice. Congrats, mate. That is a big, fat run. That hope it went well and hope you have some time to be able to rest up a little bit, mate. But what was the time for that? That's awesome. Billy, how do we pronounce Lou's name? My wife and daughter love her, and my oldest daughter has been trying to copy her makeup. Dad of many daughters. Dad of many daughters indeed. So it's Lubwiser. Lubwiser is how you pronounce the full name. But Lou's always happy just being referred to as Lou for the most part. But Lubwiser Akdosh Kromi is her full name, which I butchered the first time we were casting Worlds in London because it hadn't been long since she'd been married. And I was introducing us and I made a mess of it. I tried to recover it as best I could. It was quite funny at the time, but yeah, it didn't go well that first time. But I feel like I've got it down now, so it's good. I will pass on that your daughters are big fans. So that is that. That is that. We can do the shiny mug the Pokemon way and just change the icon. Yeah, that's it. It's true. Yeah, make it look like a really bad photograph with like red eye in one of them. Oh man, the things that we could do with this mug business. Really enjoyed Gen 7. I enjoyed Gen 7, yeah. It was good, but not one of my favorites, I think. I enjoyed it though. I think I've got more appreciation for it now going back to it than I had at the time. Gen 3 enjoyed the most, and then Gen 7. Gen 3 is great. All Gen 3 is brilliant. I do like Gen 4 though as well. Like all the gens. How does one get to Hawaii? The entirety of your life savings and a dream. Exactly, mate. Yeah, and a dream. Then afterwards, no life savings. 8 likes to 100. Wow. Chat, you are absolutely crushing it today. Thank you so much. Last time I looked, wow, only 5 likes. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of the likes. Like goal, as always, is 100. So very close to smashing that today. And I really appreciate it. The VGC player, Shiny Hunter, Pokemon Caster, Mug Magnet. Imagine being known as like the world famous Mug Man. Find the clip. I think it's the it'll be very easy to find. It'll be Worlds 2022 in London. It'll be the opening of VG desk. So yeah, butcher it pretty hard. pretty special moment for myself. But recover, pull a recovery back. I ate the rest of my guacamole yesterday and now I'm all out. Sad times, mate. I love guac. Riley pops up, Gen 3 mentioned. It's like a calling card. Gen 3? Gen 3 takes some beating though. Like Riley's mentioned before, like the list of games that you've got in Generation 3 alone, it's like absolutely monstrous games. Like just crazy. Heard you can get to Hawaii with a couple of homemade canoes. Man, I'd be in a bad way if you were relying on me to make canoes for you. Although I say that, you know, on Sunday we've got a real big, like we've got this huge bank. We got this bit of land out the back of our house. So it's not in our garden, it's past, and it's a real steep incline. But I started to dig out and putting some Roman steps in. I got some big timbers and I'm putting these Roman steps in, and I'm going to have to level the top bit of it out, and I'm going to like pave it, make it a nice area because it gets like sun all year round. So in like half of it, I'm going to put like a bit of a vegetable area. We can put vegetables in, but it's a right mess at the minute. But I did that, but I say that I can do that, but probably not make canoes. I don't know. I'm not going to be your canoe builder. Don't come to me for the reliable canoes. They would not get us anywhere. Maple syrup for fuel. The most expensive fuel on the planet. Maple syrup's so expensive. I don't know how much it is over in Canada, but it's so expensive in the UK. It's like £7 to £9 a bottle here. That is pretty expensive. When you can buy like decent honey for like £3-4 for the same amount, if not more. But maple syrup's just so good. So good. It's so nice. Callum, don't be scared, mate. You'll adapt to it fine. Honestly, you will. I think everyone's different in how they approach it, but no, you'll when it comes around, you'll be fine, mate. Embrace it. Gen 7 was my first time I really got into Pokemon. Before it was just a casual, but with Gen 7 I started breeding, training, shiny hunting, and battling online. That's super nice. Yeah, I think when you get into that like side of Pokemon as well, from just like the casual aspect of it, I think whatever gen you're in for those is it really becomes like an embedded love of that generation. I'm a bit like that with Diamond and Pearl, because they were the games that I really like started to build proper competitive teams in, where, you know, you had abilities, you had IVs, you had items, you had natures, things like that, all to consider when you were breeding and stuff like that, and how big a difference it made in competitive. Man, it's looking like it's gonna be another day of no shinies, which is crazy to me. Crazy. Kyle, Cyrus, your opinion on them cutting off the 3DS, 2DS Wii U online support? I think it's fine, right? But I think they need to compensate for it, where they need to kind of cover for the games, especially the Pokemon games that are getting lost and cut off, and you have no access to trade those Pokemon up to the Switch now, Pokemon Home or anything like that. So I do think in that respect, I think they need to do something like port the classic games to the Switch, or have a workaround where there's some other way to get stuff out of these older games onto Pokemon Home. I don't know. I feel like there has to be something to do it. I think it's inevitable if they're going to kind of keep moving forward. I think in bringing out better versions, like we've got Home now. It's just, I don't think you can like cut these games off and then just forget about them. It feels kind of bad because they did that with Red, Blue, and Yellow, but then I guess they re-released them, didn't they? They had Heart Gold, Soul Silver, which kind of made up for them a little bit, but at the moment there doesn't seem to be like any replacement for it at all. Parents will drive 2 to 3 hours to a specific, oh, what was that? I've missed that. To a specific market to get maple syrup because that's where the best non-mass produced one is. Wow, that's crazy. It's worth it as well though. That's amazing. Wish I had something like that, because we don't really get much option. You got like 2 or 3 like different brands in the store over here, normally over here, and then that's pretty much it. So you gotta just pick whichever one you think. You can go to specialist stores, but there isn't that many that I know about because it's all imported as well. It's you'd be paying a fortune. To be fair, straight up have maple syrup guy who cultivates and farms it and sells me some of the cheap since I built his deck for him. Oh wow, that is a great deal, Riley. It's a brilliant deal. Should get more and then sell it on. Thanks for all the mug chat. Good luck with the rest of your stream, young Lee. Thank you so much for coming by. And thank you. We'll be finishing up soon anyway, because I've got to go on. I'm picking up my nephew today, Anthea. So I do need to shoot on in a moment or two, but we'll do a few more before we finish it. We'll try and get it to 700 on the starter checks. Still cannot believe it. Still cannot believe that. Well, I can believe that we've had nothing today, but it's just, at least we're cracking through a few more resets. At least we've ticked a few of the boxes off there to say, oh well, you know, we're nearly getting there, aren't we? And it could be any one of these resets. It could happen in as well. So scuba tanks and dive weights. You could walk there. Like the scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean, skeleton walk under the water. Just have really long straws so we can breathe under the water. Just walk there. It'd take a while. I guess we could sleep as well, as long as we've got a straw sticking out the top of the water. We could just as long as we're kind of anchored to the sea floor, right? We'll be so low down, nothing's gonna really trouble us at that depth. We'll be all right. They'll probably bring those digital console games to the Switch or the Switch 2 Gen 10. It's easy money, in my opinion. It would be wild if they don't. Yeah, that's what I think as well. It's like people are willing to literally give you money and you're just not providing the service. It's crazy, isn't it? Like it's inevitably going to happen. I think more likely probably on the new Switch system, I think, than this one, because I feel like we probably would have had it by now if it was going to come. Caleb Lee, are you going to become going to complete your members tour? Also, any updates on the Strava group? The Strava group I need to set up. Crestfallen, thank you so much for the subscribe. And I was gonna play in it, yeah, but if anyone's got any objections, I thought it might be fun to also play in it. But yeah, if anyone doesn't want me to play in it, then that's fine. Lieutenant Sergio, that's the one. That's the mug. That's the mug, Lieutenant Sergio. I love it. Callum, thank you so much, mate, for 28 months membership. That is absolutely insane, and the support that you've given the channel over that time, mate, is just so much appreciated. Should make a mug business instead of a shiny hunt. Just mug building streams. That's all we do. We just go out, source mugs. That's one day. That's the vlog of one day. We go out in the car together. We find a mug supplier. We buy all our mugs. Then the next stream, the next day, is us printing faces and then sticking them into the mugs before we ship them out to you guys who are part of the membership for supporting the channel. It's a great idea. I feel like we should totally get behind and do this. Right, there we go. But thank you again, Riley. Dibs on the first mug, 5 months membership as well, Riley. Thank you again, mate. I appreciate all of you guys. You are absolutely amazing, and I cannot say enough how much I appreciate all the support that we get here on the channel. So thank you so much. I got a mug of dirt, Kyle. There we go, Lumpy. You're gonna get mugged. And 8 months, Lumpy. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate that. I really do, my friend. So kind. You guys absolutely rock. Right, if we got the shiny here, come on. for chat. Come on, give us the shiny. We need the shiny for everyone in here that's invested in these hunts as much as me. I feel like you guys deserve a shiny at some point. James, afternoon, how you doing? I've been listening all day at work, so I haven't been able to comment, but the mug chat is classic. I'll happily order one. I feel like this could be a thing. I will, like, obviously not going to charge. Like, we could... I feel like I want to do some mugs now. We'll obviously not at $99.99 though, but I think a funny mug might be quite fun to do. Hold out for the 10k, believe me. Believe me this. Oh, you got any coin in your pockets? Got the coins. Got any coin in your pocket? I can't do a good Cockney accent. Should be able to. What, son? Right, no shiny there. Drop some mug merch and I can guarantee it'll be sold out in less than 20 minutes. Yeah. Cool, blimey, mate. What you doing in me pocket? I see. I can't. I lose it. I need to work on it. I feel like my Irish is way better, you know. Top of the morning to you. How are you doing there? But then an Irish person would be like, that's like the worst Irish impression I've ever heard, you know. I'm getting so confused with which buttons I'm pressing right now. Nose Horse, how are you doing, mate? Great to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday, my friend. And thanks so much for coming by this stream, as always. So you're focusing on the cursed soul silver copy to get that shiny starter. Hopefully this will change the luck. Yeah, mate. Hopefully it has. It hasn't so far today. But you never know. Just a Canadian accent. Ah, I can't do a Canadian accent. I feel like Canadian would just be very similar to a US accent. I feel like I'm on the spot now. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Oh, we'll just leave it there. We're finishing up soon. We've only got a few resets to do, so we've got like a couple more to check. Yeah, my voice is tired today as well from all of the chatting. It wouldn't be as good. Wouldn't be doing justice to any of you Canadians or North Americans out there that you know. We'll leave it today. Right. Do one more Deoxys. And this is the last one for today, friends. For this time anyway. We'll be back later on with the Dynamax Adventures and more Deoxys resetting. So maybe we get lucky with the Deoxys later on. Dynamax Adventures, though, we'll do the Zygarde hunt. We'll be putting the Soul Silver away for a little bit. This is only a daytime shiny hunt. And no shiny there. Should we do one more? I think we should do one more on each. Let's do one more. Other than personalized mugs, you should also drop a golden mug with 2 handles and Geodudes. Ah, that's a great idea, Mr. Holbrookey. It's all this then. I'm gonna pretend I did hear that. Didn't hear that. What didn't you hear? What, Lumpy? What didn't you hear? What I said or what someone in chat said. Joshua Watt, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Right, let's line this up to check them both together to do this simultaneously and see if we can get right. Deoxys, as you come in, it's going to be the last one. So Chikorita is not, which is good news. Deoxys is not either. Totodile isn't. And for the surprise, none of them are shiny once again. Right, friends, thank you so much for coming by the stream today and for all of the support that we've had on the stream. It's been amazing, and thank you for all the 100 likes, 101 likes, which is amazing. So thank you so much. We smashed the like goal. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Still no shinies coming in this Soul Silver. We're creeping ever closer to that 8,000. I'm sure we will smash it tomorrow, so we'll get through that 8,000 tomorrow, and we're getting there with the Deoxys as well. So nearly at that halfway mark, which is good. So the Deoxys might show up soon, very soon. Open nano. Scammed. I have a good one, pal. See you soon. Scammed. Open nano. I don't know if that is that like meant to be Canadian for open the door. I have no idea. Great job though, chat, on the like goal, and thank you so much for the mug inspiration today. It's been very good. We'll try and continue it later on though, friends. Have a great afternoon. If I don't see you though, a great day. Thank you so much for coming by. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, friends. Thank you so much for making these hunts so enjoyable, as otherwise they would not be. And there is time, you know, when this shiny pops up, we will rock the, if I can put them on. Oh man, I made a right mess of putting these on, haven't I? I can't do it. They're not going on with the headphones. They're not going on. I've ruined it. I've ruined the moment. I've ruined it. When we get the shiny, we'll put these on. That's what I should have said. I've ruined it. And we'll squad it up. Anyway, friends, I do have to shoot off. I've got some children to pick up, so duties call. Have a great rest of your day, friends. I'll see some of you later if you're around. If not, take care of yourselves. Thank you again. Appreciate you all. Take care of yourselves and see you next time, friends. Take care. Bye bye.